we just mentioned Rocket Man and Elton John. Well, he testified via video link yesterday for Kevin Spacey's defense in the House of Cards actor's sexual assault trial in the UK. Spacey's been accused of sexual assault by 4 different men between the years of 2001 and 2013. When I first read the headline for this, I was like, wow, okay, Elton John's really coming to his defense.
Is he a hostile witness?
No, he's not a hostile witness. But it's a little more, they just wanted his...
he knows a lot about posittraction.
Well, that's a limited slip differential. No, but this is the crux of it. It's not as sensational as it seems. One of the men alleges that Spacey grabbed his crotch while they were on their way to the singer's White Tie and Tiara Ball in 2005 or 2004, 2005. The man claims Spacey grabbed him so hard while he was driving, he almost veered off the road. Elton said that he only remembers Spacey attending the gala once. He said he came on a private jet, came straight to the ball. And his husband, David Furnish, also testified on Monday, and he said he reviewed photos of their summer gala from 2001 2005, and that the American Beauty actor only appeared in photos from the 2001 event, and that was pretty much it.
Okay, so they're just placing him at a time and a place.
Kind of like that.
That was it. Okay, I got it.
Spacey claimed that he and the unnamed man were friends who occasionally engaged in consensual romantic contact, adding that the man, quote, reimagined what happened between them.
He's been successful in these a couple of these cases. He says his explanation overall, Preston, is that he describes himself as flirty.
Very flirty.
Very flirty.
And so people are, misunderstanding.
That's a smart way to do it if you're going to do it, because that creates a gray area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right. So yesterday, Page Six exclusively revealed that Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello are going their separate ways after 7 years of marriage.
I mean, listen, you had this dude who's, in the stripper movies, the
Magic Mike.
Right. And her, I mean, two perfect physical specimens. What drove them apart?
Yeah, maybe they hated each other or something like that.
It could be.
The pair told the outlet in a statement, we have made the difficult decision to divorce as two people that love and care for one another very much. We politely ask for respect of our privacy at this time as we navigate this new phase of our lives.
So I read an article, it was in The Sun, I think, and it was saying that he is sober and she parties. She's not crazy. She's not a raging alcoholic, but a lot of times they are not hanging together because of that. And over the years, that caused a divide. And he, believe it or not, strays towards the more goofy stuff. He's a big Pee Wee Herman fan, and in fact, he was in that Pee Wee Herman Netflix movie.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, he begged to be in it.
They were married in Palm Beach in 2015. They had 400 guests in attendance.
Jesus.
Her co-stars were present at the time, as were his from True Blood. Reese Witherspoon and Channing Tatum also attended their wedding. Vergara has been celebrating her 51st birthday with friends in Italy, and fans speculated that there might be trouble in paradise prior to the news of their divorce, as he wasn't on vacation with her, and he shared a simple happy birthday post on her birthday. Feliz cumpleaños, Sofia, he wrote on Instagram.
Which translates to happy birthday, C-word?
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. Not really.
Well, 7 years, right? That's a pretty decent run.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they gave it a shot.
Yeah.
They gave it a shot. So, Tatum O'Neal, haven't heard anything about her in a while, opened up The Hollywood Reporter in an interview published yesterday about her near-fatal stroke that she had in 2020 following an overdose of prescription medication.
Jeez.
The Paper Moon star told the outlet that she was living high up in a Century City apartment and was suffering from suicidal ideation. And she said, I kept on wanting to fall off the building and die, she said. And then she caught COVID, and she said, I'd never been so sick, and I didn't know that I had COVID. To cope with all of this, the actress took painkillers, opiates, and morphine. She said, I've had problems with drugs for many, many years. And she said, but I overtook my medicine for sure, and that's it. I fell asleep. That's what happened.
So she had a stroke?
That's what it says.
Yeah.
It says a near-fatal stroke. So she also commented on her relationship with her father, Ryan O'Neal. The pair starred in Paper Moon together. She said, he loved me but then hated me because I won the Academy Award.
You know what? I believe that.
I believe it, too.
I believe it. It's
He's
sometimes
a pretty unhinged guy, too.
he didn't have a lot of stock in himself, and he's admitted this since then. So that might be the case.
She said weird crap happened. It kind of went in the wrong direction to happiness, and so it just kind of ripped their relationship apart.
What a effed up family, man.
Yeah, I know. Paul Rudd, let's switch gears here.
Yay.
Something nice and awesome, and he just still continues to be the guy you want him to be. He made a fan's dreams come true by agreeing to appear in one of their music videos after meeting them at a Taylor Swift concert. So he plays a mailman in singer-songwriter Claude Mintz's music video for a song called A Good Thing, which was released on Friday. Mintz took to TikTok over the weekend to share the story behind how the music video came to be. He said, I randomly met him in passing at the Taylor Swift concert, and he then told Rudd that they had a song titled Paul Rudd on their new album.
Well, there you go. That's a good way to get Paul Rudd in your video.
And so he said he was so nice about it, and he was like, send it to me. I'd love to hear your album. And Rudd shared that he loved the album. Mintz asked him if he would be willing to shoot the music video and said he came for the whole entire day. He stayed for like 5 hours, and we shot that whole scene and danced outside. It was the best day of my life.
Dude, that's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Is he still people's sexiest man?
I don't think there's been one since him. I think that was the last one, right? So, Paul
Is the
Rudd.
song any good? Have you heard it?
I've not
I
heard
did
it.
not hear it at all. No, I just saw the video. Nick just pulled up a picture of Paul and Rob McElhenney together. When did that happen?
That was back in April when they were in Wrexham together. But I think that Paul is buddies with Ryan Reynolds, and then so Ryan invited Paul to the Wrexham match, and Rob even looks a little starstruck there.
Very much so. The picture, the two of them together, Rob looks like the really excited fan with a big smile on his face, and Paul's like, "Hey, how you doing?
Let's play catch.
Yeah,
It'll be a real home run.
a real home run." All right, it's official. Lindsay Lohan is a mama. The actress has given birth to her first child with her husband, Bader Shamas. The pair welcomed a beautiful, healthy baby boy named Luai.
It's good for her.
I guess that's how you pronounce it. Luai. Luai. Lohan's mother, Dina, told Entertainment Tonight, we are so blessed and filled with love and joy. He came 2 days early, and I'm getting on a plane tonight and going straight to the hospital.
Don't do that. Keep the parents away.
Yeah, keep them away.
Keep them away.
Jamie Lee Curtis, who played Lohan's mother in Freaky Friday, took to Instagram on Monday to congratulate her. She wrote, Magic Monday. My movie daughter just made me a movie grandmother.
You know, they might be working on a sequel to
Freaky Friday. No
Yeah,
kidding.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. I
enjoyed that
I thought
version.
that was a well-done version of that story.
So I'm officially going to say Lindsay Lohan has made her way back after all that stuff. And again, I love that Netflix Christmas movie she did.
She wrote, blessings to Lindsay and Bader for the birth of Luai.
Is it a boy or a girl? Sorry.
Boy.
I think it's Louis.
Louis, Luai.
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Louis. All right. Okay. So the Daily Mail is reporting that Kylie Jenner and her former best friend Jordan Woods were photographed having dinner together in Los Angeles.
That's a big problem.
Oh, okay.
For the first time since Woods revealed that she kissed Khloe Kardashian's ex-boyfriend Tristan Thompson in 2019.
I'm so not down with this, sweetheart. As I circle Saturn, I'm considering what's going on with my family, and if my decision to leave the solar system is a good one. You need your mommy, your daddy.
That's Caitlyn in the Jenner sphere.
Absolutely.
Which has a constant eye on things taking place here.
Absolutely. I have a super telescope trained at Earth, Brentwood specifically, and I watch what they're up to.
So at the time in 2019, Khloe...
Excuse me, I'm having an issue with one of the dilithium crystals. All good. Where was I, sweetie?
In 2019, at the time, Khloe wrote to Woods on Twitter, "You are the reason my family broke up." However, she later corrected herself and placed the blame on Thompson after the news broke that her sister and Woods reunited. Khloe shared a series of cryptic quotes on her Instagram stories. One of them said, "Never blame anyone in your life.
Never.
The good people give you happiness. The bad people give you experience. The worst people give you a lesson. The best people give you memories, one of the quotes said. Wow. That's kind of interesting. She didn't make that up.
No, she did. She got it off a Hallmark card.
Then she said, live, whatever, laugh often. What else?
Yeah. Dance like no one's looking. Yeah.
Shut like the F up.
Yeah. Shut like the F up.
Please be kind, rewind.
So Michael J. Fox shared a sweet tribute to his wife of 35 years, Tracy Pollan.
Michael J. Fox?
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah. All right. I got it. On Instagram on Sunday, along with throwback photos of the happy couple, the star wrote 35 years of laughter, living, listening, and loving you.
Loving the living of laughtering in life.
Thank you for it all. Forever yours, Mike.
She's been, with all that he's been through, she's been pretty solid by his side.
They didn't almost break up, did they? No.
No, that was in
the show.
That was
Yeah. That was in Family Ties.
No. I was thinking of who was it that was going to break up and then they got back together along those lines. I don't remember.
Was it Sarah Jessica Parker and
Matthew Broderick?
No, it was Pandemic. Remember, I'm getting totally confused. This is way off base. No, two people split up and then they were back together for the Pandemic and then they, Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor. Thank you very much.
There it is.
Okay. I don't know how I got them. What was that?
Siri
That's what I thought.
Siri on my watch is agreeing with you.
Oh, thank you, Siri.
You're not paying enough attention to me. I sit here on your wrist all day.
She does like to pipe in sometimes, just randomly, right?
Yes.
It does happen.
I can never see your face because of your boobs.
That's Kathy's.
But she holds her.
Yeah. All right, so ABC has named its inaugural Golden Years era Bachelor.
Kathy, I'm going to want to get your opinion on this dude.
Right.
His name is Jerry Turner, a 71-year-old from Indiana, and he will lead the senior reality dating series, The Golden Bachelor.
I will never look this good in my life. This guy's 71?
Yeah.
Oh, we're looking at a picture of him in the studio. What?
It's a spin-off of the long-running hit franchise, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and The Bachelor in Paradise.
Now, wait, are the women going to be his age or are they going to be younger?
No.
His age.
So the format will be similar to that of the flagship dating show, except this time Turner will be looking for love among a group of eligible women 65 years or older.
So this guy's, what do you think? 71.
I mean, yeah, he looks great for 71. Are you kidding? Yeah, I think he looks really good.
It looks great for 41.
He does.
So the tagline of the show reads, "It's never too late to fall in love again."
I thought we were going to get hunched over,
Did you? No.
I thought that would have been interesting.
It would have been.
Yeah, but you might as well. This is like the same old Bachelor. They're just scouring the earth for the youngest looking.
It's network television. They're going to go with as slick as they can get. So
What's his story?
He's a retired restaurateur.
Okay.
He lives on a lake in Indiana. He was married for 43 years to his high school sweetheart, Tony, who suddenly fell ill and died in 2017. Of course, they're going to go
Everything's right there
for sure.
When she passed away, I thought what am I going to do with my millions on my island? Just look at my huge penis? And then ABC called.
Thank God.
Yeah.
To the
I
rescue.
had nothing to do except enjoy my huge penis, my island, and my millions of dollars.
He's the father to 2 daughters and grandfather to 2 granddaughters. ABC describes him as a charming 71-year-old patriarch.
Do you think that they could have any success whatsoever on network television putting together a dating show with ugly people?
Average people?
No, not average.
Ugly
people.
Like straight up
Yeah.
unattractive,
Yeah.
If they were
certifiably ugly people.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I think they could because think about what they do to these attractive people. They still put them through hair and makeup.
Yeah.
If you put somebody who you're saying is not attractive through hair and makeup, they're going to look presentable and they'll still be able to make a show.
Listen, no, Casey, there are plenty of shows that have fairly unattractive people in them that are reality shows that are huge hits like the 90 Day Fiance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, there's
Honey
a dude
Boo Boo
there's a guy whose neck goes straight up to his cheeks and can't and he's one of their most popular characters.
He's
on
their
that show.
Sandoval.
He's great, actually.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, Case, it could work.
All right.
Maybe not this particular format, but it already does work. So there are lots of shows with average to, pretty unattractive
There's
people.
the guy, Preston. He's on TLC.
Yeah.
There's another series called Face Like a Smashed Ass.
I love that show.
Face Like a Smashed Ass is great.
So
Tonight
good.
on Face Like a Smashed Ass.
Give it a chance, guys.
No chin meets knob knees.
FLSA is what they would call that, right?
Exactly.
For short, like Sex and the City.
Face like a
SAC.
That guy,
FLAC.
you're right with that dude with the neck. He's like their star.
Yeah,
that
he's
guy?
funny.
Yeah.
Is he
Wait,
funny
where
though?
is
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah.
He looks like he actually looks like when Chet is transformed into that blob creature in Weird Science.
Yes! Oh my God!
Right? That's what he looks
Oh
like.
my God. I had that Chet laugh too. Oh man.
Yeah, and Kath, he can't turn his neck. Like his whole upper torso has to turn.
All right, hold on. This is an actual question. I am not being mean. Is there something wrong with him, or is he just a heavy man?
It's some kind of medical condition,
It
I think,
is.
with
Oh,
his neck.
all right.
Huge fat neck.
No, I don't watch the show, but I
Yeah.
think there's something because
Oh, is there?
Rochelle would know. I could call her and ask her.
All right.
But she's out of town right now. But anyway,
Where is she?
She's in Missouri.
Wake her up.
But yeah, he has to kind of move like this. There's
Okay.
some kind of condition.
Okay.
But yeah, so this, it works.
There you go.
Oh my God.
We have a picture of Chet.
Oh my God. That's so funny. That's a great observation. Thank you. All right, so anyway, back to the Golden Bachelor.
Oh yeah.
The idea has been long gestating, with the network first releasing a casting call for senior citizens
Gestating.
back in early 2020. It was then delayed by the pandemic, and now it's when it airs Mondays at 10 p.m. It will be among ABC's strike-proof, all unscripted fall schedule, making its debut after Dancing with the Stars.
I will say this, okay, so they can get around that, and I get it. So I think this is going to be a hot show. I think there are a lot of women, and this is what they're projecting, who are attracted to older men, or at least claim to be.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see the ladies because
Yeah.
there are going to be way more ladies than this one dude in this show.
What
And
is
and
it
you-
about great sex that makes me crap?
No, that they will
it's
get
going to be mega.
really hot,
course.
milfy, gilfy.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be guilty.
ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, when asked about the Golden Years spinoff earlier this year, Walt Disney Television executive Rob Mills said the holdup was over finding the right lead. He said, "It's the one I get asked about the most," which means people really love this idea. He said, "For us, the most important thing is to get the exact right person, whether it's a bachelor or bachelorette, and it's somebody that everyone wants to see us tell their story and that everyone gets invested in seeing them find love." So we're still casting. This was at the time he was saying this. We were still casting, looking. But once we find the perfect person, absolutely, it's one that we were going to do. So they've been planning it for a long time.
Mission accomplished. I will probably watch this because, I mean, if you look at everything, they got it all right. The guy is very good looking. He's a successful businessman. The wife passed away. He didn't leave the wife for like a 9-year-old.
Right.
So the story's exactly the way you want it, Kathy. It's exactly going to be a lot of crying.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on board. This will be the one that I watch.
Real quick, Deadline reports that Yellowstone will be broadcast on CBS in the fall following the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes. Season 1 of the show will begin airing on Sundays at 9 p.m., taking the place of The Equalizer. So they're going to do some rerun type of.
They're going to have to.
Oh,
they're gonna have
reruns,
to.
you're saying?
They're going to have to
Yeah,
edit
it's
those
season
up,
1.
right? I mean, there's
No, they.
the language was a little for regular
Yeah.
network.
Yeah.
That's gonna, and there was nudity. There's going to be.
Oh yeah, for regular. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're definitely going to have to cut stuff out.
Do you ever notice on sometimes when you're watching something on streaming where there are no commercials, but there are edits? Like, oh, this is where they were going to put a commercial.
Happens all the time.
Yeah,
There's a
okay.
series I watched called Evil that was, and what they'll do, even on some shows, they will, for this very reason, they will do that just to have the option.
Okay.
Yeah, they're called acts. You
Yeah.
know, so they'll put them in Act 1, Act 2, and so on. Then there's a definitely noticeable break where we've completely switched gears
Right.
at this point.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, and then finally, one last thing. Focus Features dropped the trailer for a show called a movie called The Holdovers on Monday. It stars Paul Giamatti as a teacher at a New England prep school who watches over the students that don't go home for winter break. It is the 8th feature film from Oscar-winning director Alexander Payne, and it's the first time that Giamatti and Payne have teamed up again since Sideways from 2004, which is a brilliant
Great movie.
The Holdovers is expected to reach theaters everywhere on November 10th. Have not watched the trailer for that yet, but it just came out. All right, we're ready for clips now. They Cloned Tyrone is a genre-bending movie about an unlikely trio that gets wrapped up in government cloning conspiracy. In this clip, star Tiona Perez talks about first-time director Jewel Taylor's success mixing 70s blaxploitation with satire and horror. Here we go.
It's just a very fresh point of view. I feel that he came in with like, anything is possible. And especially in this film where we have so many genres and eras that we're just playing around in, that you needed that.
I don't give a
So, one thing connected to this, Jamie Foxx is in this, and Jamie Foxx has been seen out and about. Have you noticed?
He did a public appearance.
He did.
I looked for pictures and things of it. I couldn't see any.
On a boat, he apparently helped somebody who had lost something.
And he was at a golf event or something like that.
No speaking as of yet, but he looks good. He seems to be mobile. There seems to be everything working, so that's good.
Yeah.
And similar movie to this, Preston, I saw over the break called The Blackening, which is a parody of horror movies.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I've seen clips that look really funny.
Yeah.
All right, next clip, here we go. Timothy Oliphant returns as U.S. Marshal Ryland Givens in Justified, City Primeval, a sequel to the original Justified series. And in this clip, executive producer Michael Dinner talks about how introducing Givens' daughter, who is portrayed by Oliphant's real-life daughter, changed the character. Here we go.
Well, he has to be protective of her, and he's also a guy, the world's changed around him. So he has made some change. It's later in his life. It's some years later. And the world's changed, and his situation's changed, and so we're kind of seeing a guy in transition a little bit.
I don't give a
Justified, City Primeval premieres tonight on FX if you are interested.
Were you a fan? Did you guys watch? I watched a bit of Justified.
I like him. I like him a lot. He's some really good actor and some good stuff, but I have not seen the show. All right, that's the entertainment report. All right, we got stuff to do. We have things to give away. We actually have a lot of things to give away this week, so we need to find a way to make sure we give plenty of things away. Let's do something right now. It's for ladies only.
Ooh.
We have an opportunity for you to win a pair of VIP passes to join Marissa Magnotta and Sarah Parker.
Sounds sexy.
For an MMRBQ ticket raid and ladies' night at Club Risque, Philly. It's this Thursday, 9 to 11 p.m. So we'll take caller number 15 at 215-263-WMMR. Our VIPs get a guaranteed pair of MMRBQ tickets. And the MM Army is going to be on site to give away tickets every 15 minutes. So if you want to go to this event, you can do it and have a chance to win. All ladies that night, by the way, get free admission to Club Risque, and your first drink is free. And the first 30 ladies get a pair of limited edition collectible Preston and Steve boy shorts.
Wow. And they're going to unveil their new ping pong ball act.
I did not know that. Club Risque Ladies Night, and this is the location in Philadelphia. It's this Thursday night. Caller 15 will give you free tickets. You have to be a lady and at least 21 years of age. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back in a moment. Stay with us, my friend. We visited that when we went to England a couple of years ago. The Tower of London's Queen Raven is missing and feared dead, according to the staff at the fortress. So apparently they keep this flock of ravens there. And I remember being there and they're huge. They're these big black birds. I remember seeing them.
Yeah.
I just thought they were... That's why they just kind of, flew in and hung out. But apparently they have a...
They cultivate them.
Yeah, they I was going to say they grow them there.
They grow them there.
But they...
Do you have any of those crow seeds?
The tower usually has 6 ravens at any time, and according to legend, if they ever leave, then both the fortress and the kingdom will fall.
Yes.
There are currently 7
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah!
There are 7 in residence. A spokesman said Marlena's continued absence indicates to us that she may have sadly passed away. So that's Marlena. She is the queen.
It's great dress for us as Marlene has gone missing. As you know, the legend, the kingdom will fall if we do not have 7 crows present at all times. So it is now that I must inform you that Max birds. Thank you.
Disgusting.
We need a different spokesperson.
Who hired him?
Yeah, time to retire, bro.
It's always some guy with big mutton chops.
Can we get a young guy?
I'm 27. Taking care of these birds will age you.
He added, Merlina was our undisputed ruler of the roost, queen of the Tower Ravens. She will be greatly missed by her fellow ravens, the Raven Master, and all of us here in the Tower community.
But if you know Molina, you know that's so Raven.
I believe the people that work at the Tower, I think they volunteer. I think they, I want to say I remember reading that. It was great. I really enjoyed going
I'm a complete
there.
Anglophile when it comes to this stuff. The royal family, the Tower, even watching The Crown is so much fun. Listen, some people don't get it. I love it.
It's a dated concept, but it's pretty cool.
There's nothing wrong with that, and embracing that and keeping that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're touristy spots in London that you'd think maybe are a little cheesy or whatever. This was not. I really enjoyed that tour, and I'd go back. And the Crown Jewels are there. It was really cool.
By the way, if you do want to see the Crown Jewels, my only one-time visit there, my recommendation, we got as soon as it opened, and it was the first place we went, and there was nobody there. And apparently the line...
You're putting on the crown.
We looked at out in front of where the Crown Jewels are, is one of those back and forth switchback wait line things, and you could just by walking through that, we're like, okay, this could take forever on a busy day, but we got right in. It was very impressive. So I thought that was pretty cool. The Raven Master Christopher Scaife said that he would be taking some time to mourn Merlina. Tower staff added that they had no immediate plans to replace her. And Charles is believed to have been the first monarch to officially decree that the birds must be kept at the Tower at all times. So one of them's gone. And apparently when numbers fell to just a single Raven Guard, Winston Churchill had ordered that the flock, which is known as an unkindness, that's a flock of ravens.
An unkindness.
Yes, was increased to at least 6.
We want to grease the flock.
Yes, in 2018, the Tower launched...
Get the flock out of here.
A raven breeding program.
Quoting Lethal Weapon 2.
After his story.
Of course.
Yes. What did the shepherd say to the other shepherd?
Winston Churchill was a visionary. Was it?
That was in the first one, Winston. I'm sorry. I will have to throw that at you. But anyhow, it was becoming increasingly difficult to source the birds. So, all right. And that's all I have time for, I guess, in my thing that I just did. What was it? The junk drawer.
Whatever that was.
And that wraps up tonight's thing that I just said. I'm Tom Brokaw.
It's called the news.
We were talking about checking our mental health earlier.
Yes.
If you've been feeling stressed out, you may want to scream, and you should, as it could help you feel better.
So we had the discussion about primal scream therapy and the song Shout by Tears for Fears. And the jury's still out as to whether or not that was actually a song about primal scream therapy, but it used to be all the rage for a while.
Yes. Avi Klein, a psychotherapist, says, I think every emotion...
You should do it!
we feel... A little reverb on that, please, when if you're going to...
You should do it! It's so therapeutic!
He says, I think every emotion that we feel has a kind of correlating action that goes along with it. It feels really good or even healthy to discharge that emotion. John Norcross is a professor of psychology at the University of Scranton and says that no matter how you vent your feelings out,
Mother, I have a strange discharge.
It's a good way to relieve tension. Can you hit that again, please?
Mother, I have a strange discharge.
Okay. Klein notes that simply screaming won't face your issues.
We can't play the whole one. Can we? I don't know if times have changed.
And you'll still have to face whatever it is that's bothering you and work through it even after taking the edge
Dad,
off.
can I talk to you for a minute?
Jesus.
I have a strange discharge.
I'm just clipping the...
Well, yeah, the rest of it tells where the discharge came from.
Yeah.
And that's when Bill gets a little nervous.
It's actually worse this way.
Is it?
I think, but by his reckoning, it would probably be better.
Well, maybe he got let out of the Army and it was strange, and he got a strange discharge, and he
Dad,
wasn't...
can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
I'm sorry, I was trying to read a book here, but yeah, please tell me about your drippy weenie.
Yes.
Can I finish my steak first?
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
Wait, I nailed it so much better. I'll have to edit that down.
I want to hear discharge.
All right.
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
There we go. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
And then,
Mother, I have a strange discharge.
What would a normal one be? What would a non-strange discharge be? You know?
yeah. I have froyo coming out my ass. That's pretty strange, but probably more acceptable.
Casey, there was something you wanted to show us?
Well, I have a couple of things. I have another audio thing, something I had told you about off the air, and then I got this thing that I learned about yesterday. So I want everybody to take your iPhones out real quick and pull up an iTunes.
Now take your tops off.
Pull up an iTunes?
Pull up your iTunes. Pick out any song on your iTunes. I don't care which song it is.
I haven't used iTunes
I had to
in a
delete
while.
my iTunes.
No.
Really? Why?
Storage concerns on my phone. I moved it all. Well, we don't need to hear about it on there.
Gotcha.
It's a porn thing.
Yeah, way too much porn on my phone.
Pull up anything you're saying?
Anything, and also take your headphones off real quick. Well, just in a second, you're gonna have to take your headphones off.
Okay. Does it matter what song I choose?
No, it does not matter.
Song?
Whatever song you want to hear.
Well, now I got to go through and find a song I want to
Took the
hear.
first one that came up.
All right, I got one.
All right, you got one. All right, so take your headphones off.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, now press play on your iTunes and stick the speaker part of your iPhone in your mouth like this.
Okay.
And close your lips over it.
What the hell is going on?
Seriously.
And we're all doing this at the same
All
time?
do it at the same time. Everybody press play. All right, all the way. No. All right, now cover your ears, both your ears.
I refuse to do this.
Well, you can't hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like bone phones, earphones.
Kathy, why are you not doing it?
It won't fit in my mouth.
Yes, it will. Oh my God, yes, it will.
Say that again, real. Say that again.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. You can hear it a little bit more. I could hear it even without putting my hands over my ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what is if you're driving? Is there a way to listen to it without having the phone in your mouth?
Right. It's like bone induction.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Bone induction speakers.
We have a couple of the earphones my wife uses when she swims.
Yeah, well,
She
how much
loves
did
them.
those cost? This is for free,
You just
bro.
stick her phone in her mouth and look like an imbecile. You know what? You know how you have that keep warm function on your oven?
Yeah.
Try putting the dinner rolls in your ass.
Kathy, why did you not do it?
As this was all going on, I just hear, because we had to take our headphones off, I just hear Steve go, I refuse to do this.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing along, bro.
Well, I couldn't get my Asia song to play, which would have been so cool.
I did do it, Casey.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Put it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
I did.
You didn't
Preston.
do it.
All right, here's
I
the
just
thing.
did it.
Try this when you get home, Kathy.
Okay.
Draw a nice bath. Get in it.
Yeah.
Take your electric hair dryer. Dip it in the water. You'll be able to hear Prince.
While it's plugged in.
The speakers have gotten much better on these phones. My son was listening to, he was watching a YouTube video or something like that, and he was in the other room, and I was almost like, turn that damn music down.
I'm trying to listen to my story on my Stephen King story.
But it's gotten, you remember the old phones, like if you, for some reason, didn't have a Bluetooth speaker or something to hook it into, and you tried valiantly, yes, exactly, to listen to something through it. It was terrible. It's gotten much better. They're definitely a lot louder.
I'm listening to Pearl Jam. Listen.
It won't fit in my mouth.
Yes, it will. Oh my God, yes, it will.
It won't fit in my mouth.
Presley Gerber, the son of supermodel Cindy Crawford, took to Instagram Live in order to clear up his reasons for getting a tattoo on his cheek.
All right, hey guys. I want to let you know I wrote it a word on my face.
Which he has received backlash for. And I've not seen it. I've just read this story. That's it. And the only thing I have is a quote from him that says, if I thought it was going to ruin my face, I wouldn't have done it.
Really? really?
Well, that's how stupid he is. He what is the word that he? It's one word, and it's
It's what, the word on his face?
yeah, do you remember?
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood, right? So it's under his eye, high up on his cheek. It's a thin line, but it's still stupid. He's a male model, as is his sister Kaya Gerber. And I don't know why you would do that.
You're a model.
Yeah,
and you've just
ruined your career.
Ruined exactly your product. Oh my God!
Now he has tattoos.
He's got
but
a lot of tattoos.
He has no tattoos on his face.
He's got some on his neck.
Yeah.
All over his hands.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Okay.
Did you see Amber Rose? Amber Rose has a tattoo along the top part of her, highest part of her forehead.
Her hairline?
Yeah. So
Okay.
her head's always shaved, and it's sort of calligraphy. It looks lovely. But what are you going to do with that? I couldn't even read what it said, but it's big.
Okay.
I'm sort of coming around on face tattoos.
You gonna get one?
Though. I wouldn't want any of my children to. Listen, if you're, I met these guys at the tattoo convention, right?
They were the coolest guys. They were smoking cigarettes.
they were smoking cigarettes,
and they were wearing leather.
I was like, wow, man, can you blow smoke rings? One guy, and they listen to the show. Their guy's name is Dave. Yeah. He's got a he's got a D that's kind of like tattooed into his beard line.
For Dave?
For Dave. And
I could see why you're coming around.
Listen, he and his buddy, they both like concrete. They're both just big.
They
are like concrete. It's not that they actually like concrete.
Oh, I said lay.
They both
They're
like
fans of concrete,
I thought he
and
did.
various gravel.
What did he say?
Lay concrete.
I thought you said like.
I did
thought
too.
they both
I was
like
wondering-
concrete.
I'm a huge fan of
WMR.
I'd like to read a little shout out email here. I love this. This was from Jen Hogwood. She says, "Good morning, and I was wondering if you could give a shout out or a shout out to my husband Scott and the Philadelphia Fire." And I was like, I thought this was a typo at first. Philadelphia Fire Beep Baseball Team.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They are the blind baseball team out of Delaware County. They won the Beast of the East Championship this weekend in Boston.
Cool.
And they went 5-0, and now they are headed to the World Series of
Wow.
Beep Baseball in Norman, Oklahoma on July 31st to August 4th. And I want to wish them good luck, she said.
It's pretty. Have you ever seen it played?
I've seen it.
It's pretty amazing.
I didn't know it was called Beep Baseball. That's interesting. So here's a shout out to you guys. And good luck to you, man. That's huge. We hope you bring back the championship.
May I suggest that instead of beeping, they replace it with, right?
That would be
There you go.
entertaining as well.
That works.
Yeah.
Hey, Preston, real quick on a side note, I told you a story a couple of weeks ago off air about this guy at the gym who ran into me a couple of times, and he also, when we were in the locker room, I was walking down the hallway and he wouldn't get out of my way, and he would. I was like, this guy's so rude. I saw him at the gym yesterday, and he had a blind walking stick.
Oh my God.
Oh, no kidding.
Case.
He had a cane.
Cat,
Okay.
He never had the blind cane before.
You didn't know.
I just thought this guy was rude. He's blind. He couldn't see me.
Okay.
At one point,
But you
Steve,
said
I
he was
was
recognizing you, though.
No.
Okay.
This is I wasn't. I told Preston this story off air, but like at one point, Steve,
What was he driving?
I've never seen him drive a car, but I was putting dumbbells back into the rack, and he ran into me so hard that I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
Are you blind?
Dude, I thought somebody was coming up behind me, and I thought it was a joke, and I looked behind him, I'm like, this freaking guy. I'm like, first of all, he like runs me off the road in the locker room a couple of days ago, and then yesterday I saw him with a stick. I was like...
So when he offered to spot you, that was a joke?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you didn't say anything to him when he ran into you?
I had my headphones
Oh,
in,
thank God.
and yeah.
But thank God you didn't.
I know. No, why wouldn't I said anything anyway? But anyway, yeah. All right, so back to you,
Wow,
Preston.
interesting. No, I was distracted the whole time because Casey has a banana in his fist like a monkey does right now. The entire time he was telling that story, it's peeled.
Monkey's hungry.
All right.
Monkey's hungry.
Monkey's hungry. All right, there's a story that Marissa sent me from the Philadelphia Inquirer, which I found kind of interesting, and it's something that we haven't talked about in a long time, but there's an added little twist to this. But the article says that a surprising number of adults sleep with plush animals. And I was thinking, okay, maybe it's just their old stuffed animal they've had
On the bed, yeah.
forever.
That's it.
For a long time since they were little
Nostalgic.
kids. But some of it's like brand new, and they're getting them now. And the interesting thing I read about this is that It's across all kinds of demographics. Various surveys show that a significant number of U.S. adults have slept or continued to sleep with stuffed animals. Most of them are Gen Zers and millennials, so essentially all the way from 9 to 40 years old. In a report on the popularity of the stuffed and plush toys product category, the research firm Future Market Insights estimate now that the now $9 billion market will reach $17 billion by 2032. This is for plush toys.
Huh. Now, the plush toys in general, and then from this bunch of toys produced, a percentage will be used by people who use it for sleeping purposes.
Yeah, for as a like a little cuddle
security thing, cuddle thing.
I mean, listen, I cuddle with my pillow. Like I have the pillow that I lay my head on, and then I had the pillow that I put my arm around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a stuffed animal, but it might as well be.
But and that's what I was thinking about this. I'm thinking about getting one now because I'm an over the top pillow guy. You know that. I mean, my preferred number is 6. I can get away with 4.
Okay,
no problem. But and part of that is I kind of hug my arms around a large pillow, and I think a stuffed plush thing would be kind of
What would you go for? Like a big teddy bear? Like, like a big lion?
Well, that's the thing.
question.
Are they
a llama?
Are they traditional size stuffed animals, or are they the larger, oversized ones that would be better for an adult?
Remember those ones the pajamagram folks were selling? That's like almost like 5 feet tall. That freaking thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Is it like your size?
We have a giant bear that's like a 6 foot tall bear.
We have a giant chick.
Chick?
Like a baby chick.
Oh, a chicken.
Oh, I thought you meant like a real doll.
It sounds like Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah,
you want to kiss me? You pull the string on the back.
You want to kiss me?
And then Joe Namath is on the other side of the bed.
I want to kiss you.
You want to kiss
See
me?
Preston just in heaven as they're both talking at the same time.
But listen, reading this article, there's a specific stuffed animal called Squishmallows.
Oh, okay. My daughter just got one of these. I think.
Okay, so I'm intrigued by this. It says
she's at risque this weekend.
No.
Squishmallow?
That's Squirtmallow.
Squirtmallow.
No, egg.
Get a mop.
It's
I know these.
an egg-shaped, extremely cushy, so-called plush companion filled with polyester fiber.
I've seen these.
Manufactured by Kelly Toys Holdings of LLC in Los Angeles, and there's about 1,000 different characters, each given a name and a backstory. And apparently they're super duper squishy, and I've seen these too.
Yeah. And they're basically a riff on a marshmallow with character faces on them.
Yeah.
Case, did you say your daughter just
She
got one?
literally just got
Are
one on
these-
Saturday night at the boardwalk.
Case, are they a little bit heavier?
Not heavier, but denser, yes, but squishy, like he was saying.
Okay,
I was saying,
there's something. I got something for my cousin's daughter. We had a sleepover, and so I wanted to get her like a little stuffed animal or whatever for the bed that I had set up, and I got it at Target. I don't know if it was one of these, but it was that whole marshmallow shape. It was a unicorn, but it almost was like slightly weighted, but still super squishy. It was like the most comfortable.
Is it like memory foam?
No.
But kind of. It's not your classic stuffed animal filling.
Right.
By the way, there's an adult. So this article interviewed a bunch of adults. Somebody said I got a weighted green dinosaur.
Oh, so
Kathy.
there we go. Okay.
And the heaviness helps me with my anxiety. Even if I'm not going to bed, I just hold them and it helps.
My girlfriend or fiance, whatever, she sleeps with a weighted blanket, and then for the same reason,
Nick, people swear by those things. I got one just for the hell of it. It's no goddamn way.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it either.
I feel like I'm in a prison cell.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Yeah,
too heavy.
By the way, if you're an adult and this is either new to you or you've been doing it for a long time, or maybe you had that childhood plushy toy that you have slept with forever, 215-263 WMMR. Give us a call right now, and let's see who's got the longest, maybe, or who is brand new to this whole thing. I'm going to go to Justin, works at Five Below. Hey, Justin, good morning.
Good morning, Preston and Steve and family. How are you?
We're wonderful, buddy. Thanks for coming on. So you work at Five Below. You guys sell these Squishmallow things?
Yeah, so that's like my seasonal job, and it's also like my part-time job. I still work there. But let me tell you something. Five Below, there are people lining up when they're going to release the new ones, and I put out about 8 cases, and they sold out within the day.
So Justin, who is the who?
Baby thing.
What are the customers? Are they adults, kids? Who's buying them?
Both,
Yeah.
or they're coming in, like if they're in school, the moms are going in and, they're looking for, one of each, or they're calling up on the phone asking if we have a specific one.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, they're a really great price, but it's like this new big phase, and they're starting to gain value just like a Beanie Baby.
So we're looking at the a couple
like a
pictures. Yeah,
Just like a Beanie Baby. They didn't gain value, by the way.
They did not.
Thank you, Justin.
Are these? Is it? It says 12 inches. Is it just a foot tall? Is that what we're
I
saying?
think so. Yeah.
All right, so this is what I got. I'm looking on Target's website, and they have a number of different options, and they're in the range of like $12 to like $25.
Okay. Here's a texter, Mackenzie in Malvern says, I have a stuffed monkey from a company called Warmies, spelled Warmeez, that you can heat up in the microwave.
Oh, yeah.
And
Like a regular monkey.
I sleep with it every night in the winter. You just throw it in for 2 minutes.
Throw chim in the microwave.
Put it on the popcorn setting. But she says it is so cozy and cuddly. So that's interesting.
So would that work for you? Something heated up like a bag?
No, I would want something chilly, like Nick was talking about with the massage table the other day. I would want, no, not like chili the food.
Okay,
like cool.
Well,
this thing's full of chili.
Let's not rule out chili the food though.
Yeah,
Nick, how did you get that chili all over your face?
You know what, Steve? Here's what we do: massage table with that hole at the end.
Right,
a bowl of chili.
Bowl of chili right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all on the same page.
Right?
It'd be perfect.
The chili table.
Yeah. I mean, that hasn't been done yet.
Nick, what's your chili setting?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia did a Gang Goes Bowling the other day.
Nick's chili number.
And Frank Reynolds puts chili in the bowling ball holes and eats chili out of the bowling ball.
Oh, my God.
He puts his fingers
This
in.
is disgusting.
God.
Oh, my God. All right, hold on. I want to go to Julianne. Hey, Julianne, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, Julianne?
Yeah, I actually submitted to getting a couple of the Squishmallows because they're just adorable. I'm 39 though, and as a joke, I had my recent boyfriend. I egged him on to get me this penis-shaped plushy toy.
Okay.
It's just something I saw on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, I want this. Get it for me." And
How big is it, by the way, Julianne?
They came in different sizes, but I think mine's probably about a foot, 15 inches or something.
Average length.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like Preston. Like I like sleeping with like a lot of pillows. I actually just went out of town last week, and took 3 of my own pillows and this plushie with me to sleep with.
Good call.
And it's funny because like where the ridge of the penis would be is like a perfect indentation to like wrap my arm around.
Oh, yeah.
It gives me like a little bit of like buffer and cushion because I work outside, so like something about like being kind of collapsed down like in the bed.
I understand. Would you ever consider filling that thing up with chili?
No, I can't imagine he'd be very good for that. My dogs already started chewing on one of the corners of it.
Oh my God!
When your dogs start chewing on your penis.
Yeah, yeah. Do you cradle the balls? Does it have balls?
It has like legs, which you could imagine being very tiny balls if you would.
Okay,
look at
that makes
them
sense. It would be ridiculous to have long legs on your penis.
Yeah. So this started off as kind of a joke, but it has become your regular
Saturday night
bed companion.
It has, yeah. Like I said, I'm 39. I don't recall ever growing up with any sort of stuffed toys that I would have slept with on a regular basis. And
You know what, Julian? I think we're looking at what you have. It's Connor called it up. It's Funny Penis Ding Ding Pillow. And it's
got little legs on it. Does it have a face on it? Eyes and a little smiley mouth?
Yep.
This has got to be it then. Yeah.
There's a couple different. I want to say there's a couple different places that do it or have done like the knockoffs of it. Some of them have really creepy faces, and some of them are just kind of like amicable,
can use the
little smiles on them, and again, just part of the joke.
Nick, you can use the female model to keep your chili in.
Oh yeah. The size of this hole.
Oh my God.
Perfect for chili.
All right. Thank you, Julianne.
Female model, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Julianne. See ya.
Hey, Press, I got a question. And Steve, you as well, because you guys both mostly sleep in your own beds, in your own rooms.
Yes.
All right. Do you sleep in the middle of your bed, or do you sleep on the side of your bed as if there is a partner on the other side?
Preston first.
I sleep on one side.
I sleep on one side.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I find
I sleep laterally at the foot of the bed.
That's
no. The reason I sleep on one side is to be closer to the end table where I keep water and my alarm clock and stuff like that.
Well,
So
I
don't-
in case a deer gets into the house.
and if a deer gets in the house and you leave your shoes on, it's not because of. I do it for that convenience. I don't. I may roll over to the middle of the bed from time to time.
How
but
many
for the most
pillows
part-
end up on the floor? Because that's the only reason I ask. If you slept in the middle of the bed, those pillows that you kind of surround yourself with would maybe not end up.
It's a king size bed. I ain't going anywhere.
Okay,
I got lots of room.
Do you, if you go, you stay in a hotel by yourself, do you sleep on that same side of the bed?
I'm not partial to one side of the bed.
Okay,
I can
me
sleep on
neither.
either side of the bed.
I have to be closest to like the bathroom or an end table.
I
Like if there was an
see.
end
Yeah.
table only on one side, I would sleep on that side.
I sleep on the door side.
Okay, right. Okay.
Where in the room wherever the door is, I sleep on that side because that's where the deer is going to come from.
Right, and you need to jump up and be ready.
You know what?
Gotcha!
Get in a headlock.
You thought I was stupid?
Yeah.
We have a house down the shore and we have a house up here, and I sleep on different sides of the bed at each house. What's weird is that in both places, my wife sleeps closest to the door. So if a raper comes in, he's going to get to her first. And or a killer or robber or whatever, they're going to get to her first and not me.
Some people think that way. I never think about that.
But she's closest to
You're
the
both
bathroom.
pretty much in the line of fire if somebody comes into your bedroom.
It's the deer.
Yeah,
That crazy deer
With
you
those
have gotta
antlers
worry
on
about.
them, man. They can get you
8-point
sticking with the
buck.
rantlers. All right,
Rantlers.
let me go to another call. I'm going to go to is this Margie or Margie?
Margie.
Margie, good morning.
Margie, good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Yes. Go ahead, Margie. What's your story?
Well, my teddy bear's not erotic, but
Okay.
I've had her since I was 30. I got her for my 30th birthday.
Okay.
And I am now 67.
Wow.
And yeah. She's been with me through mono. She's been with me anytime I was sick. Now,
You always tend to favor the stuffed toys that were with you through mono.
Yeah, and syphilis and gonorrhea and the various things. you've had.
Herpes, leprosy.
Margie, so at 30 years old, why did you receive a teddy bear? Was it something you asked for?
No,
Okay.
because I love teddy bears.
Oh,
But
okay.
She's 2 feet long.
Okay, that's a good sized one. And what's her
And
name?
Her face is squat.
What's her name?
Tedra.
Tedra?
Tedra with a T.
Tedra.
Like Teddy, but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
female.
Tedra.
And so, let me ask you: do you clean this thing? Will you put it in the wash? Has it become sort of an actual entity to you?
Well, I haven't washed her, but she needs to be dry cleaned.
Okay.
She does because her face is squashed.
And she's covered with mono.
And can you sleep without Tedra?
I need to hold on to something.
Okay.
Has Tedra ever ordered you to kill someone?
No.
Okay.
But you've had it for 37 years.
That's
And didn't get it
amazing.
till you're a full-on adult. That's
Yes.
interesting, Margie. And all right, well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Now I kind of want to have a stuffed thing.
I think I might get one.
I mean, I sleep with a mummified dolphin.
Let me go to Joe. Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, Zeus, you crumb bum, Washington coward.
You're a
Wanna
creep
fight you.
crumb
All
bum. What's up,
Take
bud?
it physically.
Get away from me.
Nothing much, man. We got the squishmallows everywhere, dude. My wife got one for a gift or whatever. I was like, what the hell is this thing?
Uh-huh.
The 5-year-old loves it. She got one. Now we got 3. Then we got 5. Before I know, we got them all over the beds, all over the house. I'm dying, squishing them all.
So, Joe, do you get it at all, or is it completely alien to you what the attraction is for the other people in the house?
No, I mean, yeah, I'm in it now. I'm stuck in it.
You're in this. You're in it now.
You grab it, and it's just like gold. It's so nice. It's not a pillow. It's like different.
I will tell you, maybe this pertains to this, is a similar thing. When I sit down on the couch or anywhere, a chair, anywhere in somebody's house, I have what I call a hugging pillow.
I do the same thing.
Same.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah.
Always a hugging pillow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not so much in the bed, but I assume correlates, right?
Sure. Steve, I feel a little awkward grabbing the hugging pillow at other people's houses.
You should.
I will ask.
Yeah.
I will say, then, do you have old bras I could ball up?
I have. All right, I get it. I have
something that will hold chili.
Old bras.
Old bras, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Margie, do you have any old bras?
I'm sure Margie's got a bunch.
At home, Steve, I have 2 or 3 go-to hugging pillows on the couch for TV, right?
yeah.
But when I go to somebody else's house and I'm watching TV on their couch, I feel like I need that, and I'm uncomfortable without it.
Nick? Are you kind of like moving your arms around?
Yes.
Like,
You're like in Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. I agree. Everything you're saying rings true to me. I will ask. In the houses I will go to visit, people know to provide me with a hugging pillow.
All right.
When my wife was working with Lauren, formerly Lauren.
yeah,
Feldman, she's the decorator of the house. She made sure that I had hugging pillows. It is a security thing. Preston, is that you?
Yeah.
Sitting down on a couch, will you hug a pillow?
I don't need one, but if I'm settling in to watch a TV show or something like that, I'll do that to get comfy.
Yeah, that would be where I could connect to this.
Okay.
It reminds me when I was in high school, and we would, me and my friends, rent a porno. And so you got like
you would hug the fleshlight.
We have 6 guys sitting around watching a porno together.
It was to hide.
And then everybody had a pillow on their lap. I'm like, what's going on around here?
Oh, it was boner.
Oh, wait, hold
boner
on.
cover.
Hold on a minute.
Yes, it was normal.
You would sit around with other guys and watch pornos together.
When I was like 18.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
too?
believe it or
What?
not like a whole group of guys, but it was like.
Kath.
Yeah, I don't know. Porn was so new to us.
Yeah.
Back then. And there were very few options as far as like video of pornography.
So it was basically
it's not like it is now.
I assume it's the similar thing to like getting someone to buy you booze when you're underage. So somebody was able to score a porno.
Exactly.
And that was it.
And
so you didn't let that opportunity go away.
If you go back even further, like quote unquote stag parties and stuff like that, guys would sit around and watch pornography.
There was a dude in my neighborhood who had the wheels, just like the Steely Dan song. And everyone knew. And Preston, that quote unquote porn was basically like nudie films.
Right.
It was not porn.
But you know what, Kath, we would do? It was funny because back then, when you would get these pornos, you put it in, and the first thing, the American flag would come up, and the Star Spangled Banner would come on, and we would all stand up and like pledge allegiance. Yeah.
You would.
Oh, dude, as a joke.
As a joke.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I got
America,
you.
Jack.
All right. Anyhow, can we go back to plush toys for a moment here?
Yeah.
By the way, the adults who sleep with plush toys, it's amazing that the demographics are pretty even. 25% are women, 22% are men.
Wow.
26% are Democrat, 24% are Republicans. 35% are Gen Zs, another 35% are millennials, and then it gets a little bit smaller. 14% are Gen Xers and 6% are baby boomers. Finally, 22% are white, 24% are black, and 33% are Hispanic.
Otherwise, that's pretty even. Yeah, that
I like that.
says to what you sort of need. Now, let me ask you. There's obviously the plushy. Who are the ones that are turned on by they're people
Furries.
who dress? They're furries and plushies.
Yeah,
who
furries are the ones that are dressed up,
right? And plushies have
are ones
sex.
who, maybe with toys and things
Right,
like that.
okay.
With stuffed toys. Hang on a second. We had a ton of calls coming in here. Let me go to Mackenzie's been on hold for a while. Oh, she texted in about the monkey.
Oh, okay.
The microwave monkey. Hi, Mackenzie. Good morning.
Yoo-hoo.
Yeah. All right, Mackenzie, you have the microwave monkey?
Yes, yeah. So I've always had a lot of plushies, but I got this one last year, and you can heat it up in the microwave. It's from a company called Warmies.
Mm-hmm.
And I started sleeping with it every night in winter because it was so cozy, just so warm to cuddle as I was falling asleep. And I don't heat it up anymore, but I just got used to it, and now I just sleep with it every night.
Mackenzie, how big is it?
Normal stuffed animal size.
Normal stuffed animal size.
And what is its name?
Wesley.
Wesley. I love that. Any particular reason you ended up with Wesley?
No idea.
Okay. All right, Wesley.
I like that even better.
I used to microwave
Thank you,
gerbils, but
dude,
you couldn't sleep with them.
No, because
In fact, they look like chili, Nick, when they
smell
were
kind of bad.
It's kind of gooey.
Hang on. Let me go to let's go to Mary here. Hi, Mary. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
What's up, Mary?
You're talking about animal stuff. I'm 45 years old. I've slept with the same blanket since I was 9 years old, and I've always slept with a stuffed animal.
Okay, what stuffed animal are you sleeping with now?
Right now, I have a black cat that I got up in Salem, Massachusetts, back in 2006.
Okay.
And before that, it was a Care Bear.
Okay, so I would think I think things on the bear level where there's a lot more huggability, like something like a muscular leopard is not going to be huggable. You know what I'm saying? With too many. Yeah. Am I overthinking
I had a purple cow.
Okay.
Armadillo.
Hey, do you get rid of these old things or do you keep them somewhere special?
I actually have the Space Saver bags with all my old stuffed animals in it.
Oh, with the ones that with the vacuum cleaner that sucks them down to nothing?
Yep. So I have 3 extra large ones in my closet right now.
Oh man! Wow.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to get rid of them.
That's why you get a little guillotine.
Thanks, Mary. Yeah, you actually you decapitate them
like Wednesday did in the original.
There you go. She used to. You're right with her dolls.
With her dolls.
I love it.
I like the idea of the Squishmallow. I don't think it's big enough for me, though. I need it to be no smaller than a pillow.
Case, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm wondering if maybe they make larger ones. You know, if they have different sizes. I don't know, but I would like to find that out. Yeah.
Human centipede them together?
I would like to get a larger one as well.
Somebody texted in, Preston, and said they come. Yeah, it says they come in many different sizes. I have a small one. My sis has a large one for the couch, Steve, and she uses it to raise her head, to rest her head, and then she and her husband both like it on the couch.
Oh, okay. So there's one. The biggest we see here is 2 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good size one.
That's decent.
They look like Russian nesting dolls.
They do look like that. I'm going to go to Stacy. Hi, Stacy.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, Stace?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good, thank you. All right, so you were going to tell us about something you sleep with.
I have a bear that I've been sleeping with since I was 13, and I'm 56.
Wow. So it's why. So you're. What was the boomer level, Preston, or what would Stacy qualify as?
Let's see. No, Stacy would qualify as a Gen Xer.
Gen Xer, okay.
And it's 14% of Gen Xers say that they sleep with a plush toy. Is it in pretty good condition, Stacy, being that old?
He's well loved. His nose has been
well loved
a couple times, and yes, he does get washed.
What is his name?
Eric.
Okay, so why is he named Eric? Did you just randomly arrive at that, or was that a former boyfriend?
No, that was my high school sweetheart
who's actually his remains are sealed into the.
No, they're not. He passed away though when I was 20.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Stacy, are you single? Are you married? What's your story?
I'm an old lady who doesn't sleep with anybody but my stuffed bear.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I was curious if your partner, if you did have a partner, if they were weirded out by that or if they were on board. So
tell you what we're going to do. We're going to send Connor over
to lie in bed with you and do whatever you want.
Well, that the history of the bear.
Okay, I think that's wonderful, especially if it gives you comfort at night. That's terrific.
Thanks, Stacy.
All right, so Amazon has a whole bunch of these, and Press, if you were to go, because for me, like I would have to get the perfect one for me. They have Disney ones, Pixar ones, Hello Kitty ones, and Peanuts ones. If you were to pick any of those 4 categories, where would you go? Pixar?
Probably Pixar.
Okay,
yeah, but I don't know what.
They have a Sully. They have the alien from Toy Story. They have Mike. Yes.
Molly.
Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking the pilot that landed the.
He's a hero.
Yeah, the Hudson.
Mike Wisnowski.
Sully Sullenberger.
Yeah.
Sully Sullenberger.
They were out of Chuck Yeager's, so I went with the Sully Sullenberger.
I don't know. I'd have to see him, Case.
Yeah.
Was looking for an Amelia Earhart.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah. But I don't think Sully's big enough. This one's it's only 14 inches.
There's a Michael Collins back there on the shelf.
A lot of people forget about Mike Collins, man. He was the command module.
He was the guy,
pilot. Yeah. Let me go to, let's see. We haven't talked to a guy yet. Let me go to Dave. Hi, Dave. Good morning.
Hey, Preston. Hey, Steve. Everybody. Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning to you.
All right. So you still have or no, it says here you have one of the Squishmallows.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 56 years old, and my daughter, for Father's Day, they bought me a Squishmallow named Rodina.
Rodina.
All right.
And it's rainbow in color, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to use this, but I'm telling you, I can't sleep without it.
So do you travel with it?
Yes, I do, actually. My son and I had a baseball tournament out in, like, western Pennsylvania, like the beginning of June. And when we checked into the hotel, I'm walking in. I said, "Son, carry it in for me." I'm not carrying that in.
Oh my God!
The counter at the check-in.
So you're sold on this?
Oh yeah. I can't travel without it. And when I checked into the hotel, the people were looking at me and my son like, "What the hell are these two guys up to?"
It's
Paul,
okay. We're part of a death cult.
Paul, you know what you should do? You should get a specially made cover for it, like a
carrying case.
like a zip cover that goes over, so it looks like just an oblong shaped pillow.
Here's what you can do:
great idea.
gloss it up, get it like a suitcase, and handcuff it to your wrist.
There you go.
Yeah, you don't want to
This ain't
know.
going anywhere.
Bondage.
I love it. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that, man.
So, dude, does this appear to be an older thing, or do you think? What'd you say the percentage was of younger? It seemed to be split. Yeah, of the most recent generation.
Yeah, it's higher with the younger. So it's Gen Zers, and it says most of them are Gen Zers or millennials. But it does trickle out into to people who have had a plush one for a long time. Let me go to. We have so many calls up here. Let's go to Lisa next. Hi, Lisa. Good morning.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up, Lisa?
I like Lisa.
I'm caller.
Thank you for calling in. All right, so you wanted to tell us about your stuffed animal.
Yeah, I have a pound puppy that I've had since I was 12.
Pound puppies were huge.
They were cute.
I'm 50, and I got him when I was 12. He has traveled all over the world with me. He's been on like 7 cruises. He's been to Hawaii 3 times. He's been to Mexico. He's been to Italy. He's been to Greece. He's been all over the country, and I have left him 3 separate times and had to have him shipped back.
Oh my God!
So you've had him. Where is the most far-flung location you had him shipped back from?
Cancun.
Okay.
How did you leave him?
He gets wrapped up in the covers. And when I pack, I forget about him.
So would it? Let me ask you, psychologically, would it decimate you if you lost and completely lost your pound puppy?
I think so. And my husband actually, I mean, I've had him since I was 12, so his name's Bones. Bones has been through 2 husbands and several boyfriends.
2 husbands?
And my husband was kind of like, well, I kind of want a pound puppy too, so I bought him one also. And he doesn't really sleep with him.
See?
What's that dog's name?
Bryce.
Bryce and Bones.
I had Bryce.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he loves Bryce Harper, so.
There you go. He wants to sleep with Bryce Harper.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, my friends torture him. Like, they'll hold him by his ears out the window and we're driving down the road.
Oh, dude,
All of my friends know Bones. Everybody knows who Bones is if they know me.
So they wouldn't F with your pound puppy.
No, that's the one they're messing with.
I thought they were messing with her husband's
No, joking
pound.
around with her.
You can't do that.
Because they know how attached she is to him.
All right.
I've had to re-sew his toes, and he's been washed, thousands of times. He's been through hell.
Wow. That's an incredibly accomplished pound puppy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kelly, this is a bit morbid, but when you pass, is Bones going to be with you?
Absolutely.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate
Thanks,
it. All right. See you later. Wow. I mean, it becomes a companion to you.
Would you? So if you were like broken down to just one pillow, would you be able to sleep?
Oh, it'd be hard. If I would have to just finally pass out from exhaustion.
Right. Yeah.
But I would not sleep comfortably, without question. I need on my head alone. I need 2 thin pillows. And then I need one between my legs and one for my arms to wrap around. So, yeah, I've got a whole system.
I sleep 2 pillows, basically. One pillow is under the bed cover. I sleep on top of the cover, the sheets, and then I have one blanket that I use. So I'm just 2 pillows.
Okay.
But I have the incline, it's an adjustable bed. I have it way up to like hospital level.
Right. I'm going to go to Ashley. Hi there, Ash.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, what? What's up, Ashley?
Hey, so me and my twin sister, when we were born, our great aunt, who I was really close to, gave us these stuffed dogs, but they're still shaped like a teddy bear. So think like teddy bear with really long floppy ears. and I'll be 36, and I still sleep with it every night. She also gave us these blankets, these green, like, baby blankets, and I sleep with that. Like, I have to have that on a pillow and cover my eyes with it, too.
I love it. So, Ashley, let me ask you. You've had it since you were a kid. When you've gone over, say if you've been invited over to a gentleman's house for the evening, would you bring that with you?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
But when I travel, like, I will bring them both with me. Like, I just came back from a cruise, and I brought it with me to the cruise.
What's the dog's name?
So it has two names.
Okay.
Think transgender stuffed animal. Her name is Crystal or William.
Crystal or William. I love it. And these names are, other than Bones, they seem to be very
creative.
Not your standard pet name.
Your stuffed animal's non-binary.
I love that.
It is not bad. I mean, I usually call her she. She says go by she. But just like, it's like when me and my sister were younger, like, we didn't have Barbies. We played with our doggies. So they had a girl and a guy. Like, hers was Sky and Chelsea. But the one that's Crystal is funny because that's my middle name. So it's not even anything like, oh, I wish my name was.
So you both have them, and does your sister take good care of hers as well?
Yeah, she stopped sleeping with hers a while ago. She's obsessed with koalas, so there's this stuffed koala that my uncle got her when we were like kids. So his name's Waverly because that's my uncle's name.
Waverly. It's like Toy Story, Preston, where they get swapped out for the newer toys.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is that I'm obsessed with cats, so no one would expect that I sleep with a dog.
Wow. Okay.
We won't spread the word.
Interesting. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate that. Nice. All right. That's an interesting peek into us as human beings and what we do in our little
what you need.
Yeah. And I apologize to those. We have people who've been on hold for 20 minutes, and I'm sorry we didn't get to you, but we had a whole lot of calls coming in. But thank you for sharing. But apparently, it's an article. It's in the Enquirer. A surprising number of adults sleep with plush animals. And I was not familiar with the Squishmallows, or maybe I was. I think because Carolina has a whole bunch of things that look similar to what we're looking at here. I just didn't know the product name.
No, not a clue.
But apparently, they're popular with adults as well, just to have comfort when you're drifting off. So there's over 1,000 characters. And
of
they
Squishmallows.
They have names and backstories. So thought that was interesting. All right, thanks for checking in on that. We appreciate it. We're going to take a break. We'll come back in a moment. We're going to get into some bizarre file stories when we return. Think you like them? Stay with us. Back in a second.
Yeah, it's okay.
What does that have to do with it anyway?
Because, listen, they lay concrete for a living. What the hell does it matter if they, they face tattoos or whatever? They're not your lawyer, They're not a judge on the bench or where, somebody that you would not want to have face tattoos.
If someone wants to do it, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
In this case, we're questioning a male model whose livelihood depends on his looks getting a word tattooed on his face that will always have to be attended to whenever he does something.
Sure, but he already has tattoos on his neck as well. I mean, so clearly it's not that big of a deal.
Here's an argument for you for why it's a bad idea, okay? Yeah. So in human interaction, and when you start to meet someone for the first time, whatever the scenario may be, you engage in eye contact, in facial reading of emotions and things like that. Yeah. If you have stuff written or placed on your face, it's a distraction from that. And I think it's a lack of being able to communicate effectively.
But what about like a giant mole on somebody's face? Are you going to tell them to get that removed because it's distracting?
If possible, yes.
Yes.
It's very distracting when we talk to you.
Yes.
Can you get that removed?
I have a Facebook page.
And take your friend with the face tattoo.
You don't like
There's a great line from Uncle Buck where he goes, why don't you go down to the sump dump and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face? A woman's got a big mole on her face.
Mole.
So here we are, Valentine's Day. You can feel the love in the air. Hopefully you have someone in your life today. If not, that's okay too.
Yes.
But we love you. Remember that.
Yes.
Just not in that way.
No, but we can for the right amount of money.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? We had a nice discussion last week about first kisses and how well we remember them and how important they are in your life.
Yeah.
And
you had a great one?
Yeah, I had a wonderful one.
I had a great one?
Yeah. And now, some people don't have great first kisses. In fact, some of them can be disastrous.
I would say whoever kissed Harvey Weinstein.
Probably a disastrous first kiss. Yeah.
And I said mine. I was really, really nervous, and then after I did it, I was like, what the hell was I so nervous about? That was not a big deal.
Yeah. It does happen, but and maybe that's part of the reason why some people wait so long to have their first kiss, the nervousness or the fear that it's going to go bad, or I don't know. So we started talking about it, and we got responses from people, from adults who have never kissed anyone in their lives. And we said, you know what, we could maybe have a couple people come in, and we can get that first kiss out of the way. Casey, give me some light love music here as we
Five-finger death punch.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it, though? No, there you go. That's perfect. We're going to meet our contestants, find out what they're all about, or who they are and what they're all about. Let's start with a phone call that we received when we initially talked about this on the air. This is Sophie who is here this morning. Hey, Sophie, how you doing?
I'm good.
So you gave us a call, and we had, we were just asking who hadn't ever kissed anybody, who happens to be an adult. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 21.
You're 21 years old. All right. And so I assume you've never had a boyfriend then, if you've never kissed anybody?
No.
Really? And why do you think that is? Why? Because, you're cute. And
you are.
Yeah.
You're adorable. Yeah.
I probably just kind of thought like, oh, I'll get around to it later. And then in high school, I was like, oh, I'm going to get around to it later. In college, get around to it later. And
are you a serious student by any chance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very time consuming, and sometimes it gets away from you.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, and I couldn't help but sort of feel like this is by your choice, because I feel like at any point, at any time, like you could
You're
probably.
pretty. She's pretty. That's why I say it's not like we have some hideous people in the studio. She's very pretty.
Yeah, it's mostly just busy with school. I don't really have time to do anything.
And then Preston had put out the suggestion when we were talking, and initially when we had that whole conversation, for a lot of people, it is exactly that. Life gets in the way, and you don't have time to do that. So, but it's you didn't impress us as someone who was like, oh my God, this is a disaster. It's like, when it happens, it happens. So, and it's going to happen.
Have you been longing for it, though? Have you been curious about it?
Yeah, on and off.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go through times and be like, maybe soon, and then I'll be like, nah, I'm busy.
Okay. What about nervousness? Does that play into it at all?
A little bit. Like, after partway through high school, you're just kind of like, okay, like...
When you hang with your friends, are your friends in a similar situation, or do they have relationships and boyfriends and whatever, girlfriends?
They do.
Okay, all right. So, like I knew somebody who was with a girl who she had kissed people, but she wasn't very well versed in other things, right? And that ended up no, all of it, Steve. I mean, hand, oral, all that sort of stuff. But she was a little bit older, and it really. It played a part in all that sort of, because she was second guessing everything, and she was nervous. She wasn't doing it right, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm sure at a certain point for you, you're like, oh man, I'm well behind the curve here. It's like going into a test that you haven't studied for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I figured, get out of the way. Gotta do it at some point.
Yeah, yes, because that's it. Honestly, a lot of it is what you think it is. It's like flying a plane. You could probably fly most major airliners without much coach, right, Preston?
Right, sure.
You've seen movies.
Yeah.
You pull back on the throttle, and there's a couple of dials there.
You just got to go for it.
Practically flies.
You can practically fly it. John Travolta told us that, Kathy.
Where do you go to school, by the way, Sophie?
Temple.
You go to Temple, and
Yes.
what are you studying?
Physics.
Oh, you are a very serious person. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for sharing your story. And then we're going to meet Brandon, everybody. Brandon, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. Brandon came dressed for love in his Iron Maiden t-shirt this morning.
Hey, listen, I think it's a perfect match.
Yeah?
What we're about to do.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Who he gets to kiss in just a little bit. How old are you, Brandon?
20 years old.
You're 20 years old. And what do you do? Are you a student as well, or are you a worker?
I went to a vocational school.
Okay.
And took up electric. And I started working my 11th grade summer, and then worked all the way through 12th grade, and then worked in an electric company for like 2-3 years.
So you've been busy.
Yeah.
You got into your career, and that's obviously consumed. Because again, you're a nice-looking guy. You're conversant. We were talking before we came on the air. It's not like you're seriously awkward.
Steve, look how adorable he is. I
want to tweak your
I mean,
cheeks like
look at how
It wouldn't be the first time.
Look at how kind his eyes are. And Kath, look
Casey's
at.
really looking into this.
I know. I'm looking at him, and you look like you're a gentle soul. Have you ever lashed out in anger ever in your entire
Have you ever
life?
killed a kitten?
Have you ever killed a kitten?
I mean, I used to work in construction, so there has been times where you get like
angry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's normal.
Yeah,
but I mean, so you probably channel out your angst through the music you listen to, right?
Exactly.
All right. But I mean, you're. I think in both these cases, both of you just have had very active lives. You've been distracted by that. Do you feel that there's, as Casey described it, you're behind the curve, or do you take Sophie's angle on it that it'll happen when it happens?
Kind of mixture of both.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
All right.
Are you? I asked this, and seriously. So, are you a little embarrassed about the fact that you haven't kissed anybody until?
I'll be honest. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Sophie?
Not really.
No, she doesn't care.
She's a physicist, for Christ's sake.
I know. Well, listen, I totally understand that. I remember at the time when and I was younger than you were, but I remember I felt behind the curve because
me
other
too.
people had kissed and I had not done it.
The truth of the matter, Preston, as we discuss this, you're one of many, many people who think they're the only one.
Oh, yeah.
And the truth of the matter is you're not.
No, you're in plenty of company.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my question for both of you guys, because and I'm a little nervous now because I have
you're gonna have to kiss me.
No, Steve, I have 2 kids in 7th and 8th grade, and it's like almost this rite of passage around that time where you have kissing parties. I mean, essentially, kids design ways and reasons to like practice this stuff on each other, whether it be through spin the bottle or truth or dare or whatever it is. How did all of that time elude both of you guys?
Well, we go one at a time. Sophie,
okay.
go ahead.
I guess I just got really lucky during Truth or Dare. Like
You won every goddamn game.
Yeah,
That's
much.
it. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so adorable.
Yes, you are.
How about you, Brandon?
I've been to a ton of parties, and there's never been any like spin the bottle or any games like that.
Not on the construction sites?
No.
No spin the bottle? No spin the rivet?
You act like everybody played that. I never played those games.
No?
No.
No.
No, to be honest, there were very few of those when I was growing up. Kathy, I'm sure you and I both did the same thing. We went to physics parties.
I didn't fit in there either.
All right, well, you know what? I think we need to get ourselves prepared for this. We've met them. We found out their stories, and now we got to get them in the proper shape.
Yeah, training is everything.
Yeah, so
as with anything that you want to be good at, you've got to practice.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to, so they're not going into this completely cold.
No.
We brought in some CPR dummies, which is, basically it's a torso with a really weird looking face on it. They're both male. I thought we were going to get a male and female, but I guess we got to do what
we are gender fluid, Preston. It's about time you get woke.
Hold on, Marissa, where are those wigs? We have a wig.
Oh, we have a wig to put on
we
one?
have 2 blonde wigs.
Okay, all right.
So
we can just put one on one. Let's go with Sophie first. All right, Sophie, we have Joe. You can leave your headphones on.
Yeah.
Who's going to hold up the dummy? Wow, this is really setting the mood
All right,
here. You know what? Can we have some romantic music from Josh and Haley while we're doing this? So I think maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better. All right, so you're going to put.
Can we get a profile on this? By the way, there we go.
There you
Thank
go,
you
Joe.
so much.
Okay, so put your hands up around his neck, Sophie.
Yeah.
And you also have to lean your head one way. So that's perfect. She's leaning it to the right. And go in and just give a nice kiss, nice easy kiss.
Aw, she's awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
How did she do? She did great.
How is Sophie? You're awesome.
Yeah.
Her approach was perfect. Her head tilt was perfect.
You're adorable. And you know physics.
The pressure that she applied to the dummy was perfect.
The one thing that I saw, duration was too short.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So
it was
if
a
you go in
dummy.
for the kiss, it's not going to be quick. You need to let
Preston,
it linger just a little bit.
It's an eraser she's kissing.
That's true.
The
That's
next
true.
thing that she kisses will be kissing back.
Yeah.
But I do want her to be ready. So one more time, but just a smidge longer, okay? So she's leaning in, hands on. There you go. She's got his hand. That's better.
Yeah.
All right. Well done.
Better. Is she leaning her head the right way?
She was.
Okay.
And she put her hand on his cheek, too,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is very
tender.
sensual.
Yeah.
This is an unresponsive doll that she's kissing, so obviously it's the head tilt's not there. But bravo, well done.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's try Brandon. Brandon, first stick your first 2 fingers in her mouth.
All right. Yeah.
It's
To the side. To the side. Can we get a profile on it? Guys, can we turn profile, please?
All right, there
Thank
you
you.
go. All right, hands on her hips, or its hips. And then, okay. He turned his head, gave that was not bad.
So,
a little softer.
What do you want to say to this lifeless piece of plastic?
I love you. All right, so it looks like Brandon's gonna turn his head to the left, which was the opposite of Sophia. So try that one more time, sir. Let's see you do it again. Yeah, same way. However you're comfortable. Okay, he got it done.
Do you like? I think.
I don't know. Here's what I would say. I think he rushed in towards the head a little too fast. I think your approach needs to be a little slower, a little more gentle. And it's going to be a human the next time around, so it'll be a slightly different approach. Nick, she's going to give you a bit of guidance, but just come in a little more slowly in your approach.
Nick, I think I can. So you're leaning in, and she's going to speak to you. Okay, start to lean in as you're going to kiss. All right, and she's going to speak to you.
Are
you turned on? Okay, that was Nell, Jodie Foster, who's very attractive.
I love how you guys are so delicate with Sophie, but not with him.
No, by the way, his first kiss was absolutely fine. Just a little bit more, because I think I hate to say this, and this is probably a dumb thing to say, when you're leading in on the kiss, the onus is on you to just be a little bit more,
tender.
Yeah, I know. Listen,
tender. Because you're genuinely a nice, gentle guy, and I think you can rock a kiss.
And in this social climate that we live in today, I'm looking. It looked like the mannequin didn't want that kiss. You know what I mean?
I was reading it completely. Look at the mannequin's eyes are completely closed, and in fact, they're sealed over with a fleshy layer of skin.
By the way, and also another suggestion as well is eyes closed.
Yes,
it helps. It just helps with the moment.
Yeah, at that moment, just get lost in the kiss.
Hang on, you have to go in with your eyes open, but the second your lips touch the other lips, then you softly close your eyes. Otherwise,
I did not know we had a Narcissa Road.
Yeah.
That's the Malfoy matriarch from Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Narcissa Malfoy.
Yeah, Narcissa is kind of like through Bluebell and Whitpain Township.
That's pretty cool.
I used to live over there, and I didn't know there was a Narcissa Road.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's played by Helen McCrory, and she was married to Damian Lewis. She passed away a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Wingardium Leviosa. Let's move on.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Leviosa. All right. I do have some interesting stories, and we'll start with this one out of all places, Florida, of course. A burrito thrown by a Florida woman at a restaurant missed its intended target, instead hitting a male victim in the face, according to police who arrested the alleged food tosser. Investigators were called Wednesday evening to Rick's Reef, a St. Pete Beach eatery, due to a female subject yelling at customers. The woman in question was Sarah Ann Kokra.
Put the burrito down.
Who lives with her boyfriend at his condo just down Gulf Boulevard from Rick's. A witness told police that Kokra was in a verbal dispute with a man who was not identified in the arrest affidavit. At one point, Kokra threw a burrito at the subject, but the airborne burrito did not strike the man with whom Kokra was quarreling with. Instead, the Mexican delicacy hit the victim in the face, and it does not indicate whether the victim was injured by the burrito or not. She departed the restaurant before cops arrived, but she remained nearby and was not cooperative with deputies.
So this must have been a pretty packed burrito, right?
Maybe. Some burritos are heavy, man.
Right.
And
Some are
Kokra
filled with sand.
was charged with disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor, and booked into the county jail, bonded out on Thursday morning after posting $250 bond.
Did she feel threatened because could she use stand your ground law in Florida?
That's a very good question.
Or was she just better off shooting the guy?
Maybe so. Kokara's LinkedIn profile lists her as a financial advisor with a financial services company in the Tampa Bay area. She was arrested last month for allegedly punching her 66-year-old boyfriend in the face during an argument in their residence.
She seems kind of like a rascal.
The victim, cops reported, had a red mark over his right eye consistent with a closed fist punch. Prosecutors subsequently declined to pursue domestic battery cases against Kokra.
There's clearly taco burns down his back.
A decision that came 2 weeks after her boyfriend requested the misdemeanor count be dropped by judicial no contact order against her.
Look at the salsa splatter pattern.
So she has been arrested once again. Interesting story of survival. An Australian sailor and his dog were rescued after being adrift at sea for months in a remarkable tale of survival that has been linked to Tom Hanks in Castaway. Tim Shattuck, a 51-year-old Sydney resident, and his dog Bella survived at sea by eating raw fish and drinking rainwater. The doctor,
that's tough, man,
who attended to the sailor said that he had normal vital signs and said that his dog is stable and very well. Mr. Shattuck and Bella were rescued off the coast of Mexico after spending an incredible 2 months lost at sea.
Wow. He was a gruesome out there.
Weeks into their
He had to make love to the pup.
And
he's lonely.
Weeks into their voyage from La Paz in Mexico to French Polynesia, their boat was severely damaged in a storm, leading to them having to spend their days waiting for rescue.
It's astonishing.
Approximately 2 months later, salvation arrived after a helicopter accompanying a tuna trawler spotted the boat. According to, he had said, I've been through a very difficult ordeal at sea. I'm just needing rest and good food because I've been alone at sea for a long time. Otherwise, I'm in a very good health. Ocean survival expert Professor Mike Tipton said that the rescue story of the sailor was remarkable. He said it's a needle in a haystack. He said luck was only a part of this pair's incredible story. It's a combination of luck and skill, he said, and as knowing, for example, as Tim did, that during the heat of the day, you need to protect yourself because the last thing you want when you're in danger is becoming dehydrated. And dehydrated is to be sweating, he said.
That's how they talk in Australia.
Police need to appreciate how
dehydrated is to be sweaty.
How small the boat is and how vast the Pacific is. The chances of someone being found are pretty slim.
So how did he protect himself from the sun?
That's a good question. I don't know. He said the survival expert also credits the dog, Bella, for having helped him a tremendous amount. He said, I think that may have well made the difference. He said, you're living very much from day to day, and you have to have a very positive mental attitude in order to go through this kind of ordeal and not give up.
And the dog was able to navigate using the stars.
But also, fortunately, the dog had a sextant with him.
Oh, good.
But also having a plan, rationing yourself in terms of water and food is really the secret to long survival voyages.
When they found him, he was using a salt shaker on top of the dog. He's just about... Goodbye, buddy.
The tuna trawler is currently back en route to Mexico, where Mr. Shattuck will undergo medical tests and receive additional treatment if necessary. But a couple of months at sea, crazy.
Staggering.
Police in Greece have arrested an Orthodox priest.
No, he was riding away.
His
sister was from Nice.
Who allegedly molested a tourist by anointing his genitals with holy oil. The Estonian tourist.
Wait, that's not a real thing?
Was with his... Well, the guy thought it was, actually. The Estonian tourist was with his girlfriend, and they were visiting a monastery on the island of Rhodes earlier this week.
Watch what I'm going to do to this guy.
He bought a crucifix at the monastery, but forgot it when he left. When he went to retrieve it the next morning, the priest invited him into a reception room in the monastery.
Holy penis, we bless you with the oils of the ancients.
In order to give him a special gift. The priest then told the man to pull down his pants and underwear so that he could anoint him before massaging the oil into the man's genitals.
And now produce the hallowed suppository.
The man was confused and didn't know if he was experiencing an actual religious ritual or not.
Yeah, that would seem a little dicey.
But after leaving the room, he realized that he was violated and called the police.
Can I take this broom handle out of my butt?
The priest was arrested and charged with insulting the sexual dignity of a man. Trying to explain himself to police. The priest claimed that he had a rash and he just wanted to use the oil to treat it. That's what he was trying to do.
That seems viable.
The case has been handed over to the island's prosecutors. And then one last story. And I got a couple of pretty heavy ones here, but we will end with this one anyway. A mountain biker died on Saturday after trying to help dehydrated hikers in eastern San Diego Valley. CAL FIRE San Diego received a call about 4 hikers in the area of Carrizo Gorge in Jacumba with dehydration and heat illness-related symptoms. The hikers didn't have food or water. When crews arrived, a group of Good Samaritans on mountain bikes guided them toward the hikers' location. 4 hikers and 2 bikers needed to be evaluated and were treated and released at the scene, and another biker was taken to a nearby hospital in critical condition, was later pronounced deceased.
Water is what will kill you. Dehydrating is what will kill you the quickest. People can survive longer periods of time, obviously, without the food. But
right.
And for some reason, and I'm sure you guys have been seeing this, people have been going to Death Valley just because they're having severe temperatures.
They want to experience these record heats.
Right.
Which is...
No.
Dude,
No.
You're flirting with it.
Yeah.
So in Jacumba on Saturday, the highest temperature was 106 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way. And obviously the local authorities are warning people to not go out in these conditions right now. And in fact, I think, was it Phoenix or maybe Arizona in general? Maybe Phoenix had reached like a record number of days over 110 degrees.
Yeah. They're selling out there, Preston, rocking chairs that go on the front of your car so you can sit grandma in that.
Okay.
So that you know when it's getting too hot, when she passes out, turn around.
Your grandmometer.
Your grandmometer. It's a portable grandmometer.
I've forgotten how many days in a row it's been now, but it's crazy right now.
Over 110?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
All right, that's it in the bizarre file for you for now. Do we have something I can give away? Because we have lots of things to give away.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I want to do this.
Okay.
Because the Flash.
I want to kiss you.
You want to kiss me?
I do want to kiss you.
Okay.
Especially.
I want to kiss you.
Since we are giving this away. Flash, the movie on digital. And we'll take caller number 20 at 215-263 WMMR, discovering his time-bending super speed. The Flash alters the past and unites iconic DC heroes to save the world, and you can own it on digital. So call number 20, 215-263 WMMR. We are going to take a break. We're going to come back in a moment. We have like a last-second guest who's going to pop in and say hi real quick. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
Preston and Steve.
On 93.3 WMMR.
You don't have to get up on the turnbuckle and jump on them.
Yeah. When you're close enough and you know your lips are going to touch, that's when you can close it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go one more time.
One more time, Brandon, if you wouldn't mind, please.
Right,
Eyes closed. Lean in. Nice. Better. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah. Damn good.
Well done. Okay, and we're getting this wonderful romantic music from Josh and Haley here. Okay, so I think we're set with the practice. We've got that out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Now we
Both
need
our
to...
CPR dummies just secured lawyers, Preston.
Oh, dear Lord. All right, well, now we need to freshen. Now we need to make sure that we're ready.
Right.
So we have a variety of oral products here to make sure that the mouth is fresh.
Yes.
And set and pleasant for everyone.
For the person, and this is good advice for anyone this weekend or today, and in general, when you're with someone, you want to make sure that they know that you cared enough to make sure your breath is fresh.
Yeah. So we're going to start with a little antiseptic generic CVS mouthwash here.
Oh, yeah.
Which is...
Only the good stuff.
Smells lovely. I'm going to give you guys...
It's just as good as Listerine. It's the same ingredients.
It absolutely is.
You're just not paying the same, you know?
So open that up, and we're going to have you gargle. If you can, make the noise when you gargle,
Like
so we want to
Chewbacca.
hear all that. By the way, I was always a Scope guy. I always thought like that minty flavor of Scope.
I wanted basically, and I was for the longest time until for Listerine, you just get the sensation that you're boraxing out your mouth.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like it's better. All right, gargle.
Very good. So, Sophia almost swallowed it when Casey played the Chewbacca bit. All right. Brandon? Gargle, please. You can spit in that.
I started laughing when I heard Chewbacca.
Did you swallow it?
No, I spit it out.
All right. All right, and do you think they need breath mints, or is that good?
Would you guys like a breath mint, or you're fine? I think if you're good, you're good.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Are we ready for the?
I think we're ready. Yes, and you know what?
By the way, webcam's on, so if you're listening in at home, you can watch this too.
Oh, we've got this romantic music. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. Okay, so the first one of these two that's going to get their kiss is going to be Sophia. So we're going to bring in our first professional kisser this morning. He's a very good friend of the Preston and Steve show. He's a good-looking guy.
He is a very good-looking guy.
He's had many kisses in his time. Our good friend Kyle McCarty is here with us this morning.
Handsome.
So, Brandon, we're going to have you step away from the microphone a little bit, and we're going to have Kyle step up. And Kyle's a professional singer. He's an amazing videographer and editor as well, and also does a fantastic podcast. What's the name of that show, by the way?
The podcast is called the Tri-Jam Podcast.
And he's a great host and he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Beautiful eyes.
He's got gorgeous eyes.
Thank you so much.
Well groomed, his head shaved.
And
I approve of that.
And he's the guy, just to remind you, I know you probably already know this, but he gave us Kathy's fall activities. He does the jingles. He does the Delco jingle, has sung with the Temptations. questions?
I have.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
amazing. So you're getting a really
thank you.
quality guy here,
Nice.
Sophia.
Okay.
He's building this up a lot.
I want to. So, do you remember your first kiss?
I do.
And was it a pleasant experience, a memorable experience?
Yes, it's actually, it's I don't know, it's kind of a hefty story. I got to bridge it if you actually want to hear it.
Sure.
I was actually 19 years old, so kind of a little late bloomer for myself.
Sophie, and listen to this. So here's a guy, again, like as with you, a very good-looking guy, but 19 years old. Okay.
I kind of grew into myself as I progressed through my teenage years.
She had a lot of hanging foreskin and stuff.
Yes, yes.
Grew into it.
Yeah, kind of snipped that off and got it.
Okay,
so I had actually met someone online. I was living in New Jersey at the time, and she lived in Washington State.
Wow.
Whoa.
So I wanted to go meet her. I wanted to go. We've been talking for months. So I'm an artist too. I drew a couple of cartoons, sold it to my cousin's auto decal company. So he was making like decals, and he paid me enough money so I could buy a plane ticket. And I went out to Washington State, and that's where I met her. And I had my first kiss.
So there was a connection.
Yeah.
There was something that said, I need to go see. And,
yes.
And did that blossom into a relationship? Was it or was it just a kiss? And
it blossomed into a very short week-long relationship. And
okay.
Yeah, she kind of cheated on me the day after I left Washington State.
Well, let me ask you this: was at least the initial kiss well worth the trip?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all you want.
She put a pillow over my face. I didn't even see it.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
It was nice.
Well, listen, part of the leading up to this is the anticipation. And certainly we've teased you with enough of that. We've been doing 30 minutes about talking, about kissing, and now it's time to actually kiss.
Let's get to kissing.
So, did you hear us talking about the type of kiss we want to go for in this first run?
Yes, a little bit.
A screen kiss, a tender lip kiss.
A tender lip kiss.
And then we'll see how that goes, and maybe we'll go for an open mouth kiss.
An open mouth kiss?
Yes.
It can be of some duration. Do you need some Listerine? Are you good?
You know what? Where's that Listerine?
It's right, well, it was right here.
All right.
Listerine!
Who drank it?
We need some.
All right. Just because it's only proper that both parties be hygienic.
This is true.
Yes.
Okay. And I know you were gargling liver back there.
I was.
And he's actually, Kyle's very generous.
He's also, yes, he is.
So he wants to make sure that he gives as well as gets.
Yes.
All right. So he's.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Okay.
That was aesthetically pleasing, I'm sure.
He did it over the actual gargle. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
well, let's have this moment. We're going to bring the music down, and
Do
we're
we
going to
want
have.
the lights down as well, or would that be bad for video?
It might be bad for video.
Okay,
I don't know, Kyle. You're the video guy.
I mean, I'm sure Nick Murphy would rather have the lights on.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, he's
not-
shaking his head.
Yeah, because he likes to watch.
Okay. Sophia, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's do this. Here it comes. All right. They're leaning in. Oh, that was
That's sweet.
very sweet. Sophia, come over here. How did that feel?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not
Yes.
bad. Did it feel anything like you thought it would?
Vaguely, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Not really
All
sure
right.
what I expected.
So you got the first one out of the
Yeah.
way, and I'm going to ask this. And how did you feel? Was it you're a kissing machine now? So,
Thanks, yeah.
So how did it feel to you?
It felt nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she
A
has nice lips.
Oh,
Very good.
encouraging, Sophie.
Sophie, what about the stubble of the mustache and beard and stuff?
Did you feel that?
No, you don't really notice it too much.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Sophie, do you want to try a little bit more passionate kiss on this second one?
Why not?
Okay.
All right, let's go for a couple of seconds here, and then that can go into 1 hour. No, go for a couple.
Kyle, jam your tongue down.
All right. You got
don't
it.
do that.
All right.
A nice, tender, open mouth kiss. Now, this is going to feel totally different.
Okay.
And you just want your tongues to play a little.
Don't even think of us here.
Yeah.
You get lost in that they don't think of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening.
Right.
You just have your tongues do a little dance. It's nice and light and easy. You don't want to like that. Just nice movements.
I
Sorry.
would-
Did
I
I
would
get you
say-
turned on, Kyle?
Yeah, that's so hot.
I would say you have to follow what Kyle's going to do.
Yes, exactly. Remember, this lunatic flew to
Okay.
Washington for a kiss. All right.
All right, let's try this. This is the real. And guys, have Kiss ready to go after this.
All right.
From
We're not even here. We're going to be absolutely quiet. Go for it.
All right, here we go. This is the real deal. They're leaning in, mouths open. Oh, yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah! Nice. Yeah, damn good.
Did that work?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
I got a couple of notes here that I want to just give. If we're doing this like this like a play or something like that. So I'm going to give you some notes. I think the kiss needs to end. The kiss needs to be tapered.
Yes.
All right.
That's the one thing.
On both sides.
He's right.
Right. All right. So I couldn't think of the right word.
So here, you want us to show you?
You don't go. Yeah. You don't go in mouths open and you don't end mouths open. Right, Preston?
A light kiss to start, then the open mouth kiss, then a light little signature kiss.
Right. So as you're pulling away, it's and because you're lost in each other. So as you're pulling away, a slow kiss, another kiss, and it winds down.
So are we doing this one more time? Is that what you're saying?
Would you like to try one more time?
Sure.
I love her.
Sophie.
She's awesome.
You're hilarious.
She's awesome. Okay.
All right, Kyle, you cool with one more?
Absolutely.
All right,
Okay.
so a light lip kiss, tongue kiss, lip kiss. All right, you ready?
Okay.
All right. All right, here we go. There's a little kiss.
Slowly.
Now the tongue kiss, and now a little signature kiss on the end.
That was the best.
Wow, nice job. Nice job. That was very special.
So, you apply the laws of physics to. You should absolutely. Honestly, you're great. There's no issue here, and in your own accord, when you feel you're ready, I mean, guys should be beating down the door for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And you can tell them all about Newton's third law and everything.
Yeah, and you're smart. That's even a better turn on.
Kyle, thank you, man. That was
no
very
problem.
cool. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Kyle McCarty.
Yes, what a good man.
Official kisser. And Sophie is now over that hurdle.
Yeah, and a nice hug.
That's wonderful. All right. Sophie, we're going to switch up. We're going to put Brandon where you are. So let him take your headphones.
Good job, Kyle.
And then we're gonna get this done for him. Same way. And you know what? You get the benefit of going second. You've seen how it's done. We don't really need to coach you because we did all that with Sophie. So you think you're ready to give this a try?
Sure.
Okay.
Remember, you're a good guy. You're a hard worker. You have a pleasant way about you. You're going to kill this. You're going to go great.
All right, we need our professional kisser to come into the studio now. It's yet another worker here. She is a production assistant on the Preston and Steve Show. She's been working with us for a while. And what's wonderful, Valentine's Day is her favorite holiday of the year. This is Mars. Her name is Damara. And she is going to be your first kiss, Brandon. So good morning, Damara.
Hey, good morning.
Nice to see you. What do you think about all this?
I think it's really cute.
Yeah.
I'm actually like a little bit nervous.
Are you really?
Yeah.
It's because you have Valentine's Day is your favorite day. You embrace love. You're very much into we've talked about this and vampires and the sexuality and all of that stuff. The romance and the gothic romance involved with that sort of stuff. So this is something that's very important to you. Do you remember your first kiss?
Okay, I really tried to think about this, and I don't remember my first kiss. I had a boyfriend in 6th grade, and maybe we kissed, but like, I don't really remember.
Really?
There's been a lot of people. There's been a lot of people.
All right. Okay. My bad. We're a little different then.
You got to understand, she's so cool, Damar. She's just a unique individual, and we love her to death. But listen, but you march to the beat of your own drum, which makes you that much more special.
I mean, so we were all surprised to find out that your favorite holiday was Valentine's Day. We assumed it was going to be like Halloween. Tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Kathy. All right, so this was a couple weeks ago. It was right before vacation. We had mentioned Steve sent me an article about, and I think we did it during the connoisseur segment, about how fondant, cakes made with fondant, that horrible tasting stuff, yet you can, shape it and create it to look like almost anything.
Yeah.
If you're, a sculptor and a baker, how that is kind of, it's coming and going away now because it just doesn't taste good. It tastes like crap.
I never liked it.
So back to buttercream, and we had mentioned a couple of places in this article, and one of them was the Party Girl Bake Club, and we have the person who's behind that, and she brought a cake with her.
It's a cake.
And she's brought. We want to welcome Mallory Valvano to our studio. Hi, Mallory.
How you doing?
Wonderful. And you brought a cake with you.
I brought you guys a cake.
That's a mofo-looking cake, by the way. So when you see, like years ago, before the big fondant rush, Preston, you remember that? It all became about like Cake Boss and all these things that were 9-tiered and had a diving board off and all that stuff. And the stuff is impressive. But I remember when you'd see someone who is a really accomplished cake baker, the process of decorating using the buttercream was a very precise, beautiful, artistic thing. And you've returned to that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, was that so? What was the modus operandi behind you going back to? Have you always been buttercream and only buttercream, or did you go over to the dark fondant side at any point?
Buttercream for life. I grew up. My grandmother was a wedding cake maker. So.
Okay. All right. By the way, Kathy, looking at pictures of her creations, they remind me of your quinceañera dress.
You know what? You're right. They do.
Doesn't
yes, it totally does. Yeah.
Really kind of frilly and colors that pop and the whole thing.
A lot going on.
And speaking of pop, you kind of started as like a pop-up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was like a pandemic thing. I used to be a chef, and I left the industry, and then I was like, what can I do that's still kind of creative with food?
Yeah.
And I fell into this.
And now has this become full-time for you?
It's not full-time. It's still like my side hustle. I want to keep it that way because I still like have the passion for it.
Nice. Okay. And you only do a certain amount of cakes a month, or right? So just how many?
Very exclusive.
Okay.
16.
16, no more, no less.
Usually not.
Wait, that's like your number? And if somebody is like number 17, you're like, sorry, I can't do it.
It depends on the project. If it's something like I want to do, I'll like make space for it. But with my schedule, that's like the happy place.
What are you making? Who are you making the cakes for? Are these like birthday parties? Are they
anything? Birthday parties. People just want a cake for themselves.
It's so
weddings. Oh no!
Hey, you don't need. As we've learned, you don't need a party to have a cake.
Yeah, this is true.
At all.
Yeah.
You
At least an ice cream.
Literally
cake.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just asking because so for my son's birthday, we're like big birthday people, and so his cake is always like we always go extreme with it. And he's 11, he's turning 12, but I mean since he was a baby, I've gotten cakes decorated like this, and Steve knows I didn't like the fondant either, and so I would always ask them to use buttercream, and we've had some really cool decorated cake. So if I'm not number 17, maybe I can get a cake.
You can definitely get a cake for August.
August, yeah.
Also, like if you have a vibe, I love to match like your vibe or like your theme, things like that. Obviously, my rendition of it, but
yeah.
So in the process, obviously, this is again, these are works of art. They really are really spectacular, and that's what's getting a lot of attention for you. Structurally, fondant is more firm and obviously easier to sculpt. But you pull off a lot of stuff. What's the most elaborate cake of this nature using buttercream that you've done up to date?
I try to pull from like art and interiors and architecture and just kind of like make my own rendition of how I see the world. So the one that was on the Inquirer, I'd made buttercream chain links, which is like really different. I've not seen anybody else do that. Or I've done like barbed wire. Just like more artistic versions of icing, I guess.
Okay.
And what is this creation that you have in front of us?
These
here?
are all just classic Lambeth techniques, which is the type of piping this is. So there's different frosting tips that can do different things.
So and then when you have the device, the actual squirter for like using a porn term,
the pipe in the bag,
the pipe. So you have different sizes,
yes,
different nozzles, obviously for the precision. And how long would it take to do something like the cake we're looking at right here?
Start to finish, baking and everything?
Yeah.
About 3 hours.
Okay.
All right.
I'm fascinated, but just by the cherries alone, like the sparkly nature of those cherries. And you said that that's edible glitter?
Yes.
Which I didn't even know existed.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Put on cupcakes and stuff.
Wow.
We put it on the rim of the champagne glass.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, we do that too.
What flavor is the cake inside of there?
This one is a strawberry milk cake with caramel cornflake crunch inside.
Jesus, what?
Wow.
And then my like perfected buttercream.
Cut that bitch open right now. We have something. I need to try that. I was never going to guess strawberry.
It's so beautiful.
We are prepared.
Yeah, we only have little plastic knives.
Yeah, that's
Sorry
like
about
serving
that,
Cristal in a paper
But
cup.
you're a chef. You know what you're doing. You can make these things work. I'm sure of it.
So the bakery aspect of it was only secondary to just being a regular chef?
The bakery thing kind of came later. It was like random.
Okay.
Totally random.
Okay. But here you are.
Here I am.
What's your main hustle? You said this is
I'm
your
an
side
event
hustle.
coordinator.
An event coordinator. Okay. That's what Kathy wants you to do.
We are going to be
Yeah, you're going to be
friends.
besties now.
Love
By
it.
the way, we're going to butcher this cake. Sorry about that.
I hope he got pictures of it in its intact shape.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
How do we not have a real knife?
I'm sure Marissa got pictures of it.
Looks great.
That's a good point. We need to have a full line of cutlery
You
and,
kidding me?
and various things here.
Why didn't you just claw it out with your hand?
Oh my God.
We could use the
We
sword.
do have swords sitting around here.
Preston, how's that 11-pound piece of cake you just got?
Oh my God.
This is so good.
Oh my God. Yeah, phenomenal. And,
Yeah.
and the am I tasting the what's the crunchy stuff?
The caramel cornflake.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm waiting for my own.
I know, Kate. And you guys are gonna have to talk for a minute. So
Okay, while you
ask
eat your
questions.
cake.
The amount of people who are going to be available to talk is diminishing quickly as we're all getting handed pieces.
I don't like I don't even know how you. I mean, I know you said you're a chef, but like, how do you get into such ornate cakes? I mean, it's like
You have to
really
be artistic.
but I mean, it's a different type of art. You know what I mean?
I do.
I think it's just something. I grew up in like an Italian family, always around food.
Okay.
I've always been creative. It was just like the perfect combination of the two.
Of both. Yeah.
This is sensational.
God. Outstanding. Outstanding. I normally I don't sugarcoat my food. You know what I mean? I'm giving you my legit review. That's outstanding.
Buttercream
Thank you so much.
is
Oh
terrific.
my God, that is so good. I'm so used to either just like a angel food or devil's food. That and it's not like overpowering strawberries, just a little bit of flavor in there, Kathy. You got to try that. Okay. Nick, have you had any yet?
No, not yet. And
I see that look in your eye.
It is my birthday on Thursday, so I'm celebrating early.
Well, we got this for you.
Thank you. That was really, you guys thought ahead. I appreciate that.
Wow. Did you have any yet, Steve?
That's awesome.
Isn't it fantastic?
It's awesome.
Okay. So, by the way, if somebody wants to order a cake from you, how do they go about doing it?
I have like a link on my Instagram, and
Okay.
they can just fill out that form, and then I'll reach out to them.
Instagram is Party Girl Bake Club, right?
Yes.
Okay. That should be easy to find. And you cook out of your home, I assume?
Undisclosed location.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. And you won Philly Magazine's Best of Philly?
Yes.
What was the category?
Cake to make you feel like a 14-year-old, I think.
All right.
That's a good category.
Wow. Oh, man.
Yeah,
that's-
the crunch is like that makes it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Oh, I'm loving it. Excellent. Well, congratulations on your success, Mallory.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing that by here. It will get eaten. Trust me.
pleasure.
And
We'll share that with the crew.
Down the road, let us know how difficult Kathy was to work with.
Yeah.
Come on.
Party Girl Bake Club, and you can search that on Instagram, and I'm sure we'll post links and all that stuff on our social and when we post pictures of this. So thank you, Mallory Valvano, for being here.
It's a cake.
Thank you.
What is that?
That's from my Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh.
When they bring the bunt.
Oh,
the
yeah.
bunt cake. And she has no idea what it is, and eventually she comes to the realization.
It's a cake.
It's a cake. All right. I wanted to spend a little bit of time because we glanced over this in the we talked a little bit about it in the entertainment report. The Golden Bachelor,
The new version of The Bachelor.
the show that's coming out on ABC. They are going to take a senior citizen and have them try to go fishing for love in the old traditional way of being on a TV show.
So to be honest, I thought they were going to go like, okay, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna call it the Golden Bachelor, but the guy will be like 50.
Yeah.
You know, to be
Right.
like 48 or you know. But no, this dude's 71.
But he's 71 and he looks like he's 51.
Yeah, his name is Jerry Turner. He is a former restaurateur, and he's a widower. His wife died in 2017. I don't know how she passed away.
I mean, this is exactly the kind of story they're looking for.
Yeah, and he's
I hope baby birds who've lost the ability to fly.
He's super good looking. Yeah. He's in great shape, and yeah, I think I'm intrigued alone by the setup. Now the proof is in the pudding. Once they get the show on,
right, yeah.
there has to be some personality. But listen, they wouldn't. They had to have searched high and wide to find.
And
the
they
right
did
person.
apparently. That was the whole show was predicated on getting the guy right out of the gate. The guy does not look even remotely 71. And
No.
I'm not detecting a ton of surgery on this dude. Are you seeing anything,
No,
Kathy?
he looks good.
Yeah.
And how much? Listen, we talk about celebs all the time who have the trophy wife or the really young wife or girlfriend or whatever it is. And does that happen in real life?
Well, yeah, it's funny. I was just going to tell you guys this. So they're something that's circulating, a picture that's circulating on social media, and it's a bunch of girls on a yacht, hot girls in bikinis, and everyone's got drinks and whatever. And it says, when you see this, this yacht pass by you, when there's girls like this on there, remember this is who owns the yacht. And it's a bunch of like fat, old, hairy men in Speedos. And you're like, yeah, kind of.
There's an article, I think it was in Fortune, and I think even they were self-knowing enough to post the pictures of the trophy wives with these gelatinous, hairy balls of human snot. They just happen to be wealthy.
There is someone that we all know, and you guys probably don't know who her boyfriend is, but she is in this situation, and I'll show you the pictures, and it is
really.
I mean, it's actually beyond incredible.
Is she happy?
I don't know.
Every day.
We know her?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I always think of the song, is it Desperado? No, Lion Eyes.
Oh, yeah. With the rich guy, and she's not in love with him,
We've talked about this before when, like, with Billy Joel or Al Pacino or whatever. I just think that they, on either side,
It's love.
I think they just don't care. And they've reached a point where they're like, we know what it's like. We know what it looks like. We know what people think. We don't care.
But
can't you give me a straight answer anymore? And we're going to be fine as a result.
Yeah. From the other side of it, though, the gal who is clearly going for the money. I mean, what's the long range? Is there a long range? Is it he's going to die way before I am?
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean?
I think it's the current situation. It's I can live this lifestyle. I can be on a yacht. I can fly wherever I want. I can do whatever the hell I want. I don't have to work. I think it's current. I don't think that they're thinking long term in that situation.
I've heard it broken down this way, Kathy. Okay, so you sort of you bite the bullet, so to speak, or the overly tan linguine or whatever it is, and you move along. And after you've gotten the first guy, you start to operate in an environment where there are younger guys, and then you flip the script, and now you're the wealthy one.
Okay.
Do you see how it goes?
So you get yourself in that environment first.
Right.
Okay.
So a little al dente for a while.
That's interesting. I never thought about that concept. Just to get in those circles,
right?
In those money circles, you do this thing. You do go for the old shriveled nutsack guy,
right?
And then eventually you will meet someone along the way.
It works both ways.
That's
It
interesting.
works with the dudes too.
Yeah.
So how much? Wow. Let me ask you. I know you're a Richard Gere fan, but so how are you attracted? Generally to older guys.
Well, no, not really. But
like really old guys who have tennis balls on their walkers?
But listen, I think that is a different story. If you find, if you see this young trophy wife and the man standing next to her is like this new Bachelor guy or like Richard Gere, you're like, okay, he's a good-looking guy. All right. They don't care about age. But when you see a fat, disgusting man and this like beautiful 25-year-old, she's not thinking long term. She's thinking, I want to go on a yacht tomorrow.
But even the Richard Gere type, if this girl is, say 27 or something like that, they would still have to go, yeah, but the money makes it worth it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like he's good looking and he's all that and he is an attractive man, but I would, if he were working at, have an average job, you wouldn't consider that. You know what I mean? But the money makes it go.
Oh,
it's all about love. It's always about love.
I can make this work.
I don't know. I think if he was I think if Richard Gere was
I want to kiss you.
You want to kiss me?
was an average guy, he could probably still get.
He'd be doing
a much younger woman.
Maybe not. Maybe not 25. Maybe.
Yeah.
45.
Well, that's the...
Because that's still young, Preston.
It is.
Right.
Of course.
Sure.
Vibrant and
very young.
Ready to take on the world.
You remember when you were that. No. I'd say this. So Richard Gere, yes, but we're talking about... So how old is Richard Gere now?
I don't know.
He's definitely...
Because this dude, this Golden Bachelor is 71.
Yeah.
But you see it; it's promoted as a thing, and it's obviously a bit of a it's appealing to that audience. Is going, oh my god, like the guys who are like OnlyFans subscribers, or you see these Instagram models, and I just I love an older guy and blah blah blah, and a lot of it I think is manipulation. But in general, do you know women who are exclusively attracted to much older men sans financial gain from that?
I don't know about financial gain, but I've got a friend who, yes, she solely dates older men. She dated several of them and then eventually got married to one of them, but they were all older men.
Okay.
I think we're losing sight of something here, though. All the women on this show are going to be 65 or older.
And that's the difference.
So it's within the
range. That will be acceptable.
Yeah. By the way, Richard Gere is 73.
There you go,
Years old
Kathy.
today. He was born in Philadelphia.
Oh.
Huh.
And he's going to be 74 soon.
When
That's
is
the
his
way it
birthday?
works, right?
Yeah. At some point. No, at the end of August.
Oh,
He's
cool.
74.
All right. Yeah, Nick, you and Richard Gere, same birthday month.
By the way, Marissa knew who I was
Oh,
talking
that's right, yeah.
Kathy.
Marissa knew who I was talking about.
On Thursday.
You got it,
really?
Marissa. Ding ding.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
All
okay,
right,
so write it down.
I'm
Yeah.
super duper curious.
But did she text you?
Marissa texted me a screenshot of who I was talking about.
Oh, that's cool.
Should text do that to me too.
But I listen, and I'm interested to see the ladies that they will have on the show because and keep in mind a lot of the when they do a follow up and they do a Golden Bachelorette, they'll
They
probably
will
choose one
switch
of those
to
contestants.
one of those contestants.
So you know they're going to have beautiful women that are 65 and older.
So
as well.
the producers have said the concept of going with the Bachelor first was because there is apparently this groundswell of younger women in the demo they're looking to get who are attracted to older guys.
Older, you know.
But I didn't realize they were going to be going 70 and up.
When we went to the Jimmy Buffett concert in Anguilla. We were in this little exclusive VIP area, and man, there was a guy there who was an old guy and just was out of shape and everything, but he had this young gal hanging all over him in a bikini, and I'm like,
here you go.
Which one of those boats out there is his? For sure.
Oh
man.
no, I'm a bar back here.
Right.
Really?
But I'll be on board for checking out this show, at least to some extent, way more than the regular Bachelor. I don't watch that show at all.
This is almost like a lab experiment to see. I want to see again how the again, this is something for anyone who's into that older thing. The women are going to be in the right age range. You know what they should do, honestly, though? They should include a wide variety of ages.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah, like
in other
they
words,
should-
in one show,
have a 64-year-old woman compete against for his affection than a 25-year-old.
Yeah,
and
see
show
who he
that
falls
there right.
See who he falls in love
I should be producing this show.
Okay,
and have
so
the
wait a
older
minute.
women show the couple of moves that maybe the 21-year-old doesn't know.
So wait a second. So you have a woman who's 65 or older, and then all the bachelors range in age from like 25
I think you could do that.
to 70.
And
That'd be interesting.
Put one animal in there as well.
Right.
You
like
never know.
a pony. Like a pony gets out of the car.
I will watch
Oh,
this. I'm not down with any of these Bachelor, Bachelorettes. They're just the shallowest of the shallow.
Oh, yeah.
and I'm not down. I don't like feeling this way about people, but this one I'm going to watch.
Dude, but the conversation, I'm intrigued by the idea of the wide age range because imagine, because they go into like, the women's camp where all the ladies are hanging out together.
Yes.
Could you imagine that variety of ages hanging out together, having conversations, first of all, that, the kids, whatever the young ones are talking about, the older guy's not going to understand at all. And that would be.
I think that's an
I like
interesting
that
dynamic.
concept,
Yeah.
Steve, what would you think of a bachelor or a bachelorette who is bi and the competing contestants are also bi? So you have whatever on either side. They are competing for opposite sex.
They actually
Or
had a
same-sex.
show like that.
But not on the Bachelor. Like it was a logo show.
Yeah, it was.
or
It was
something.
like it was. One of those sub channels.
I mean, like
go
this-
for it.
This is like the the
Let's
gold
see how
ring,
it shakes out.
no pun intended, of these types of dating shows. So
Yeah.
I mean, why not? And have men and women competing for somebody of the same or opposite sex.
Nick, as long as it results in a chilly fight, I'm
Yeah,
down
all right.
with.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Yeah.
It
All
would
right.
be pretty awesome to be the Bachelor, though, wouldn't it?
Oh God, no.
You have a harem of women?
No.
What do you mean, no?
It'd be awful. These shows are so terrible.
No, outside of that, having the buffet.
Yeah, all right. I would like to
pick
be
and choose, and you. By the way, you sample every little bit along the way.
And that's exactly what it is. It is network prostitution.
Totally.
Absolutely. And they work there. What kills me is that all you need to watch is that first episode where the limo pulls up and hi, my name is Tammy.
Dude, I remember clearly the TV show that opened up the gates to all of this stuff was Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire?
Yeah.
Darva Conger was the woman.
She was a nurse, and the guy was this.
What was his name?
Joe something.
That was
Average Joe.
Average Joe. Oh, the guy was a dumbass, and it turned out that if you really stretch the accounting, he just broke $1 million.
But I remember because Rick Rockwell.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember because we were on the air when that show debuted, and I remember thinking almost like, in a different vein, like this was like The Running Man. Like TV has taken a leap.
It cannot possibly get lower than this.
And it
did.
All it did was open up
Hold
the
my
doors.
beer.
Man, Darva Conger is now 57.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Wouldn't that be crazy if she was on this show?
On the Golden Bachelor?
Oh.
Yeah.
She's not old enough
Oh,
yet.
she was petrified, by the way, when she later, obviously, the stories come out that they were sort of just coercing her and forcing her, and not that she agreed to the original premise of the show. She should not have been surprised. But the guy apparently had all sorts of scams going on, and it wasn't like it was, as you said earlier, Preston, Steve Forbes or somebody like that.
Right.
It was this guy who barely, with some fuzzy math, approximated $1 million.
Right.
That had to have been a Fox show, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Then there was a follow up, and it wasn't Average Joe, but it was, or what? Maybe it was, where they had a guy who the ladies thought was
Joe
a millionaire.
Millionaire.
Joe Millionaire.
Joe Millionaire. The guy was super good looking. I actually liked that show.
Yeah.
The one that I really liked, I can't believe we're talking about this, but there was a show where the one contestant was the only one not in on this elaborate hoax. So that it was, I forget, God, what the exact mechanics of it were, but he thought it was basically a reality show around a guy where everyone else was a paid actor, but he was out of the loop.
It was kind of like this Jury Duty
Kind of
show
like
recently?
Jury Duty, yeah.
Okay.
And that was good. But Joe Millionaire, when she eventually... Nick, can you find out whether Joe Millionaire stayed with the girl who selected him? Because he had to reveal to her that he was not a millionaire at all.
He was a construction worker.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Which is an absolutely honorable job.
Sure,
yeah.
Evan Marriott was his name.
Evan Marriott.
Wow.
He was a really good looking
very good looking dude, yeah.
And but they were under the pretense that he was loaded. I don't know how much money they pretended that he had, but I wonder how they got around that. Legally with the
I bet you now
contestants.
with the I'm sure it'd be much more difficult. Does any show besides the Jury show approximates a full scam on one contestant?
I don't know.
It's hard to pull it off more than once.
Then there were a couple other shows. The Next Joe Millionaire, For Richer or Poorer, which featured women competing over two bachelors, one of which bachelor is a millionaire, but the women didn't know which guy it was.
That's great.
Interesting.
It's just the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
It's like, humans as lab rats on these things.
Oh, my God, yeah. And it continues.
Yeah.
To be
And we're going to watch one, this
successful.
Golden Bachelor.
Yeah. Wow. And I don't know when that is officially airing or not, but
This
hang on a
fall.
second. Scott wants to mention something here. Hi, Scott, you're on the air. Good morning, buddy.
What was that?
Buddy. What?
Good morning.
What's up, buddy?
I want to let you know the name of that show was the Joe Schmo Show.
Joe Schmo Show.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
That was great, and it's like the Jury Duty that's on now.
Right.
Okay.
Only was it a dating scenario?
It was a dating show, and only the one guy was the joke was on the one contestant.
Okay. Oh, that's funny.
It was well done. It was well done.
You gotta look. You gotta watch it. It is unbelievable. It's
Okay.
funny, super funny.
All right. Appreciate it, buddy.
Joe Schmo.
Yep. Well, we'll see where Golden Bachelor goes.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I want to wrap. We're going to take a break, but very quickly, I want to remind you about an event that is rapidly approaching. We haven't had much time to promote it because we were on vacation, but it's we're returning to the Valley Beach at Valley Forge Casino Resort for the Preston Belly Flop Championship 2023. This event is open to the public. We want you to come out and see this entire event, this fiasco, if you will.
If you're 70 and above.
Yeah, you can do that.
Go for it.
It's a 21 and over event.
It doesn't matter.
We need contestants, okay? And we haven't had enough time to really promote this and get people on board for it. So all you have to do is take one jump into the pool, and you might walk out of there with a $500 cash prize for first place and other prizes that we will add to that first place award. Plus cash prizes for second and third will be announced. So if you want to sign up, go to PrestonandSteve.com, and keep in mind, you don't have to be large.
No!
If a lot of people think belly flop, they need to be a really big person. No, it's not all about a giant wave. It's how you hit the water, and it's your style that you bring.
We had a woman win one year who was maybe, like 110 pounds, 120
Probably.
pounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's all, listen, you present, you put on a skit, a show, however you want to do it, or just go for it and get as much air as you can and smack that water. You can win multiple ways, and there are different judging elements involved in your score.
Go to PrestonandSteve.com, and you can find out how to enter, and you need a photo and a little bit of information yourself, maybe like a nickname, a character, your walk-up music, stuff like that. So do it now, and then mark it on your calendar for August 3rd, 6 to 8 p.m. at Valley Beach at Valley Forge Casino Resort. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back in just a moment, so stay with us.
Preston and Steve.
I just realized that was her maybe like a month or two ago. I said something to Casey, and I'm like, you know she has a skeleton in her front seat, right? Casey was like, yep, drives with it every day.
And she posted a picture last night of her chewing on raw meat for Valentine's Day.
Don't worry, I
She's
brushed my teeth today.
certainly a unique character. And also, I guarantee you this, Brandon, you will never have anyone in your life from here on out that has a more unique makeup application than she does. And you're getting this for your first kiss. So Demara has very, very unique eye makeup that she does.
It's really
every day.
cool, very precise. And
Yep.
It has hearts today.
In fact, she did it once to you.
She did.
Yeah.
She did like a corpse face on me.
You're pretty rocking.
Tamara, you want to give out your Instagram account while we're on the air?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my radio account is radio.dmp.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, my God. Yeah, my modeling and everything else where you can see the raw meat picture. That's, it's ossuary_angel.
Thank you.
Spell that for people.
It's OSSUARY_ANGEL.
And by the way, I had to look up ossuary. I was curious when I saw your screen name, and that means what?
It's a cemetery, but it's like basically a cemetery underground, and so it's like a crypt where you can see like the skeletons and corpses.
How's this sounding to you, buddy? It's pretty cool. Because he's into metal, right?
Yeah, look at him. He's wearing an Iron Man shirt with a corpse on the front of it. Eddie is the corpse.
Yeah.
Did we score for you or what?
Yeah.
Nice. Is that like the catacombs in France? Is that an ossuary?
Okay. Okay, so did you watch Kyle and Sophie?
I did,
Okay, so I think we should follow that same thing. First time, just a nice little tender kind of screen kiss, lips only, and then we'll see where we want to go from there, okay?
He's a nice guy. You just hear him, and he's just a warm and gentle guy, so I think this is going to be very special. So,
all right, Brandon, you ready? Ready to finally do
this? She need
this?
to freshen her breath first, though?
Would you like to?
Yeah, would you like some raw meat?
Raw meat last
Let's
night.
get Josh and Haley with some guitar music, just some romantic acoustic music. By the way, they're going to be performing tomorrow night at Scanlon's Saloon in Manayunk from 9 till 2 a.m. It's nice little acoustic guitar music. And they play romantic music. They play fun music as well. So But this morning we wanted some romance. Okay, you ready? All right, let's get this underway. Right. Here we go. First kiss for Brandon and begin. All right, they're leaning in. Oh, that's a nice kiss.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a little bit short, and Mars did this really nice thing where she took his face in her hand.
Yeah.
And
very nice.
How did that feel, by the way, Brandon?
Cool.
This dude's chill, man.
He's totally chill.
This is great, though. You feel comfortable and supported here. That's cool. And that the hand thing on your face, did that make you feel a little bit more relaxed?
Yeah.
All right, all right.
All right, so let's go for something a little bit more passionate. You ready to try this out?
And remember, take some time and turn yourself over to it.
It's a dance. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a dance. Okay, whenever you guys are ready. Here we go. Mars is smiling. Here we go. This is a bigger, better kiss. Oh, they're doing it right.
Ah.
That looks
really?
Wow.
Yes, they are. Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
There it is, buddy. Look at that smile. Look at that smile.
now. Guess who's going to be king of the construction site?
Oh my God, Brandon!
You got boner?
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
I didn't even think about that.
Because we do.
I do. Brandon, he's blushing.
That's awesome.
Honestly, that was wonderful.
Get over to this mic. Is your heart racing a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
What'd you think?
Oh my God.
That was pretty cool.
I mean, the texture of somebody else's tongue on your tongue is there's nothing else like it, right?
No, it's not weird. Like you think it's like something weird, but it's not.
Do you know what it is? It's honestly, people. It's an expression of coming together. It's a physicality. There's nothing like it. You know.
Hey, Mars, by the way, how did he do? What do you think?
I think you did pretty well. You're kind of like going a little harder with your tongue than you need to, but otherwise it was fine.
So you would say,
a little softer.
And
soften up the tongue.
And wouldn't you say that that's the key to any bit of intimacy?
Yeah,
Right?
ease up, and then if you feel the other person going for it, that's when you make the move to go a little more forcefully.
Do we want to try again by any chance?
Would you be okay with that, Mars?
That's fine.
Just a little bit of notes. All right.
I mean, that was a home run, but I don't.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, let's try this one more time. A little softer. Whenever you guys are ready, let's go ahead. Here we go.
There we go. Remember what you said.
Mars and Brennan, a little softer, a little easier.
Wow.
And see, Mars is doing. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's. A little better this time, Mars?
Yeah, much better.
Brandon, did you learn something on that last time?
Yeah.
All right. Oh my God, that's wonderful.
I'm so happy for you because you're
I am
such a
too.
nice guy, and she's very she was very caring and took care of you. That's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
I mean, he's going to be out all weekend kissing. We need an
I think so,
update
right?
on Monday.
I think
He's going to kiss the security guard on the way out.
We broke the dam.
Mars, you're the best. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We have another friend that we're going to have over for this momentous occasion who's
Another
going to
kiss.
step up to the microphone right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our good friend, he was here just the other day. Steven Singer is here.
Good morning, guys.
Nice to see you, sir.
Wow, is that a gold rose in your pocket, or you just happen to see me?
Steven
This is exciting.
Steven wanted to be here because it's all about love, and you guys are, well, you're love experts down to Steven Singer.
I am in the love business. Buddy Love is here. He thought he was going to have to stand in and kiss somebody, but
That's your dog.
he's available.
Yeah.
Buddy the jeweler, he is here, kissing all the girls and flirting. Wow, you guys did great.
Yeah,
thank you.
I don't know how you made something out of this bit, but you did.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Brandon and Sophie, come up over here by Steven, because I think the reason we have him here is you've got something for these guys to mark this occasion.
Absolutely do. And this has inspired me here.
Okay.
This whole setup. Like
He's opening up a box.
this is like the
Condoms.
Diamond encrusted rubbers.
extra large.
Wow.
This is like the.
Rose gold condoms.
No, Steven, I'll go ahead and say it because he's taking the time to open up the
I
boxes.
feel like the 40-year-old virgin here.
Yeah.
Steven is opening up his world famous gold roses, and I think you're gonna give them each a rose. Is that how this is working? Yeah.
Here, I give you a frozen rose because you've been frozen out for all these years, and a Valentine's Day red love rose for you. And you can both start your Valentine's Day quest, but we're going to have to give
Our kissers?
The kissers are going to have to get. She's got to get a black diamond rose with that makeup. And I have a black diamond with platinum rose.
Oh, she'd love that.
That's killer with that look.
Yeah,
Man.
the cool.
And then we'll get Kyle one as well.
Absolutely, we're going to give Kyle. They were great. I was surprised of how well that actually worked out.
Weren't they very generous? I mean, to me, these couldn't be two sweeter people to have their first.
And the blood is rushing back into their faces. They are a shade of red I've never seen before.
I was impressed.
And the dimples, I didn't realize when we were sitting out in the green room at these I just thought they were listeners coming to watch the show.
Right. Yeah.
And this has been, wow, what an experience. This is something, huh?
It's a special moment in their lives.
This is a special moment. Wait until the first time you have sex. That'll be great.
Well, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
We love everybody. Thanks so much for having me in. Congratulations, guys. And we love Preston and Steve.
Thank you, sir. We love you. Steven Singer, guys. All right, I think this has been tremendously successful. I'm very happy for these guys.
Wonderful.
I'd love to have them keep kissing, but we're way over budget on time, and we got to take a break.
Well, they can certainly hang out.
Absolutely. We highly suggest that they do. And thank you to Josh and Haley for supplying the live music this morning. You can hire them. We'll get the details. In fact, do we have that information on PrestonandSteve.com,
No,
Nick?
we'll post it, but they're fantastic. I saw them perform live at Harvest a few weeks ago. They're great live, and if you get a chance, go see them.
Yeah, and Josh does 5 Minutes of Fame, and we'll be at, how do you even say this, VOIX? Is that...
Voix.
Karaoke Lounge tonight from 9 till 1 a.m. And then tomorrow night they'll be at Scanlon Saloon in Manayunk from 9 till midnight. All right, we're going to take a break. That was wonderful.
It was great.
Congratulations, everybody. Coming back with the B-Files. Stay with us. So here's what I saw this article, this other article. That was a different one. This one
is this a better article?
This is a better article. And it is essentially a quick way that you can do a mental health check.
All right.
So this is a way that you can find out where you are.
And use the healing powers of alcohol to help you through it?
Of course. Didn't we all learn that that's the key to it all?
Yes.
No, but...
okay, so let's hear it. So you can do sort of a diagnostic...
Yes.
And see where you fall, how you're holding up. Because I think more people would be amazed to find out that they're actually doing better than they think they are.
All right, so yeah, do I still find joy in the things that once brought me joy? So that's a question.
Okay.
Am I being irritable or snapping at people?
Yeah, sometimes I know why that's happening to me, though. And it's usually...
that time of the month.
No, it's usually hunger. Yeah.
You get hangry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're prone to hangry?
I'm prone to hangry.
He's like a 5-year-old that needs his snacks.
No, I'm like a human being, Kathy. I'm like a human being.
He gets fussy.
No, my wife is the same.
Yeah.
And she admits it.
Yeah, me too.
She admits it. If she gets pangs of hunger, it'll manifest.
Here's the other thing. My son, and I've had to say to him time and time again when I'm eating, because he's affectionate with me, right?
Right.
And hugging and all that stuff.
Right.
But I'm like, dude, when I'm eating, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me at all. And like, because we sit next to each other. We sit next to each other at the dinner table, and he thinks it's like huggy, like wrestle time. And I'm like, dude,
I don't love you. I don't love you.
Not right now.
I don't love you.
I don't even want to know you.
Kathy, do you remember the time? I was just curious what Casey's little protein bar tasted like.
Can I take a bite of that? No.
No, I said just tear off an
Just
itty bitty little crumb for me. And
He said, "This is all I get. I'm not sharing it with you."
He just goes, I can't do that, man.
I offered you a full one. I offered you a full bar.
Not that day.
That day.
Case?
I have a box of them.
I support that. Because
Yeah.
a lot of times, if we go out to like, and I've done it, I love my wife dearly, as I'll just have some of yours. No, I'm going to get you a whole order of it.
I don't like sharing my food.
If this turns into a daily rush, I'm showing the camera the size of this tiny little bar, this tiny little 200-calorie bar that I allow myself for breakfast every day. He wanted to take a bite of that. I offered him a full one instead, and he said no. And then I said no, too. Don't turn this into a...
I get it.
He just wanted, you wanted like a tiny little break of it.
Bite.
Like not even a bite, like a quarter of a bite.
Which would have been...
The answer still no.
A morsel, I know.
That would have been, what, Case, 20 calories if you're allotted 200?
But listen, I'm very covetous of my own food.
You're like me,
I
right?
don't want... I like put my arms around the plate. I'm like, go get your own. I totally commiserate with that.
I'll buy you any... if you want to taste it, I have this and you'd like to try some?
Yeah.
I'll get you. So especially if you're looking forward to it. Sometimes I'll okay, have a little bit. But for the most part, no.
My buddy Jeff, when we go out to dinner, will ask for bites of my dinner.
No.
All the time.
No, that is not okay ever.
got
Unless
such
it
food envy.
is your husband or wife or significant other that you share other things with. You should not be sharing your food with people.
No.
Even before the pandemic.
Kathy, he has food envy. He has food regret.
No.
Right? He'll order something and then...
I wish I got
and
that.
then he'll go, oh, man, I should have got the gnocchi instead.
You tell me you go straight to hell.
Go straight to
And I help people with their ordering. I always say this. Here's my system. Claire will ask me, my wife will ask me, what should I get? All right, assessment, hunger level between 1 and 5, 5 being the most.
Right.
I'm very hungry. Then go with something you know you like.
Yeah.
Okay, hunger level, 2.5. You can be adventurous.
Right.
You're not going to get burned. But you know you're going to regret it if you're really hungry and you get something that sucks.
Kathy's motivation, though, is different than about not allowing someone to take some from their plate.
Germs.
It's a
Hers
gross
is a
factor.
germ thing.
Powerball, $1 billion.
Oh, wait.
Tomorrow, what?
We got to go downstairs to check.
That's what I wanted to find out.
I'll go do it.
All right, go do it real quick because I was curious. sometimes I'll go into to get lottery tickets, and I can only buy. They don't have both because Mega Millions is over 600 million.
Yeah,
and their drawings are on Tuesday nights, and some places only sell Powerball. And I was wondering if Cho's downstairs, where we get our Powerball tickets, sells Mega Millions, because I want to get tickets to both. What the hell? I want to try.
It's a small concession, sort of a little stationary type store set up in the basement of the building.
Yeah, it's like a large walk-in closet.
That's basically it. With the most obscure list of inventory that literally everything from blank VHS tapes to Funyuns and all sorts of stuff.
Mama Cho is so sweet.
Yeah.
When I go down and buy tickets, and I only do it when the really, really big lotteries come around, she'll take my money, she'll get the ticket, and then she will put it in her hand and she'll like pat the top of it.
For good luck.
She'll go, please, 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 like this or something.
She doesn't do that for me.
I know she does it for me.
Please don't come back. Please tell your producer to stay away.
But she's trying to put her mojo on it.
Please tell him I don't like him. He has a body odor I find very pronounced. I don't know. Something about I don't like him.
Didn't you guys? I feel like one year for my birthday, everyone went downstairs and got one thing for me. And I remember I got a VHS tape that was probably from you, Steve. I got a silk rose. There was some sort of like bizarre card that was in like a birthday card. And then there was the diamond ring, but somebody said they didn't buy it because it was like $25.
Well, one time we sent interns down for a shopping spree.
Right, yes,
the most obscure item they can come back with.
Still maintain the most unique collection of items any store's ever had.
Yeah. Are you guys now? You don't really play the lottery.
I don't.
Steve,
I don't.
You're better off. I wonder how much money you've spent. I wonder how much money I've spent over the years on Powerball. I mean, not like scratch offs or anything like that, but strictly Powerball and Mega Millions. Because
is there a case to be made, Casey?
Yeah.
In this case, I'm going to say case again. Is that it's simply the joy or the fun or the excitement of fantasizing that you're paying for.
I have won, until the lottery drawing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the second I buy that ticket, I have essentially won that lottery, and I get to fantasize for however long that is.
So
I love that.
You don't put much stock in that notion, Preston?
No. It's part of it for real. I will the moment I buy that ticket. I will start to. But now, if I'm in a hurry or something like that, I won't think about right then and there. But the day before, I will start to think about legitimately what I could get away with hundreds of millions of dollars, and what I would do and what life would be like and all that stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
The few dollars that it costs to buy a ticket, to me, is worth it. And if you think about it over time and how much you've spent, but like I think about how much I spend on coffee or getting my nails done. I'm like, you know what? Go spend $10 on the chance that maybe you'll be a billionaire.
Do you know what my mindset is? I'll just marry some fat billionaire.
I would do that.
Look at
I'll just
Steve
marry
on
some
that yacht.
Hi, guys. He's so huge, isn't he?
But what I won't do is, normally I don't spend.
He's got mustard on his nipples, but I'm wealthy.
I don't normally spend more than just the $2 it costs to buy one ticket.
Wait a minute. Not only did Nick come back with information, he came back with a basket of goods.
What? Of course he did.
All right, so two things. Preston, this is for you from Melanie from Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Oh.
I just ran into her in the hallway, and she said, I have a gift for Preston, and can you give it to him? And I said, yeah, sure, absolutely. So I brought this back. And they included, which is interesting to me, the s'moreos, the actual, and remember we talked about s'moreos that now Oreo actually has s'moreos that are made, by the manufacturer.
I thought they were now selling gift baskets at Joe's. Me too.
Yeah. So this is just a gift for all Preston's work for Crohn's and Colitis, which is really cool. And then I bought a Mega Millions ticket.
They have them.
Which you have. Yeah.
Excellent.
I tried calling from down there, and there's no reception. I couldn't get through it
I
all.
was wondering if we would make it to the.
All right, fair enough. I'm heading down there right when we're done with the show today. I'm getting my Mega Millions ticket and my Powerball ticket.
So they have both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
So
never
if
knew
you've
that.
never
Casey,
played,
you were right.
You've never played Mega Millions down there, right?
Not
All you
down
play is
there.
regular lottery.
This
So
might be it.
She might pat your penis.
Nick, did she do this when she gave you your ticket?
Yeah, she put a little bit of good luck on there.
She does not do that for me.
I just don't like it.
Wait, Casey, you should go down now.
Okay.
And buy a ticket and see if she stand there and hold your hand out until she gives like the little like love tap.
Don't you want to tap me?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Do you want to tap? I want to tap you. I want to tap you.
Yeah, how do you guys do it? What you
Do I
just
video this?
Wait a second. Well, don't make it obvious. Have one of the. Can somebody go with you just to casually be behind you, or
Yeah.
Because
Just
you don't want to
just,
throw her
sit
off.
there like this with your
She might
phone.
think she's under surveillance. All right.
Just do it.
All right, okay.
Yeah. So Miss Cho's sweet.
Oh,
She's so
look,
sweet.
you're sticking up for Mrs.
I like her
Cho,
a
you.
lot.
Well, because she gives you the good mojo now, but she's never had exerted the power that's had you win.
No, it's okay though. It's just it's a little blessing that she gives it.
He always talks about Delco.
Do we know what happened? Is Mr. Cho still with us?
I don't know.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
He's in that
really?
gift
Get out.
basket over there.
I haven't seen him in years.
Because they used to be down there together all the
Yep,
time.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I don't know.
I buried him in Rutledge.
Oh my God.
Which is
Casey's hometown. How much of Delaware County could Casey buy if he had $1 billion?
oh my God.
All of it. It's not expensive.
Shut up.
I mean, he really could finance the campaign to be the official mayor of Delaware County.
Yes.
I would put a Xanadu style estate on his current, like absolutely like Citizen Kane it up.
Yeah.
Have we talked about Delco the movie?
No.
You guys, all right. So Brian O'Halloran, is that his name?
Yes.
Kevin Smith's buddy.
Yes.
It's great.
Yeah,
I love him.
He's putting together a movie called Delco the Movie, and I saw Casey posted something about it, and then a few people have sent it to me as well. They're going to film this summer, and we'll ask Casey more about it when
he's got to be in it.
Exactly. It'd be a crime for him not to be in it.
We should be able to get him on the line.
He was a regular on the show.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, he's working with a filmmaker that I don't know, Steve. Maybe you know him, a guy named Chris Pier Domenico. And they're going to start filming soon. Delco the movie beginning on Monday, July 31st.
Oh wow!
Huh?
Okay. Well, we should talk to him before they get started working.
Yeah.
Because once they start a movie project, it's really hard to talk to people.
We need a Bucks County the movie to see who does better in the box office.
Oh my God! Oh, that's brilliant. Yes.
Come on, who can
As
we
Bucks
contest?
Go versus Delco continues. Wow. Interesting. All right. Well, anyhow, Mega Millions over 50 million. Maybe it's going to hit 700 million by tonight, and then $1 billion for the Powerball.
Do you know in your life, is any of you familiar or
lottery winner?
Yeah, substantial.
No, but a guy that I knew when I went to school in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and there was a guy that I knew that was a townie that lived there, Steve, and he won like 60 grand on the lottery.
Okay.
Which, so it's a nice win, right?
Yeah.
You know what he did? He bought himself a brand new truck, and he was super happy.
That was it, done.
He had the money. He needed a new truck. He got one, and that's all he wanted.
But I almost prefer stories like that than, to me, like when Jennifer Lopez's mother won the $1 million giveaway at a casino. It's like, you kind of already won the lottery.
There was a gal in the first town I worked in radio, small little town in Missouri, and there was a gal that I saw at the grocery store regularly. She won like $50,000.
That's great.
The lottery was huge. Yeah. But I would. Oh man, what was I going to mention? There's a whole show that's featured one of the home improvement shows. That's exclusively for lottery winners.
I love that show.
It's a good show.
They've won
They're gonna
substantial amounts, and so they turned it into buying a house. What'd you do?
Casey brought back a toaster.
Well, here you go. Preston.
Did you buy it at Shows?
No, but Nick came back with a present, and I needed to come back with. So I grabbed that out of the kitchen. You can have that toaster. It's for you. Mrs. Cho just handed the ticket over.
Oh, she doesn't like you.
She said,
I don't like him.
She said something like, "Here you go, Dick." Yeah. No, she said nothing. She just the ticket came out. She just took it off a little thingy
Wait a
and
second.
handed it over.
Let me rub that on my ass.
You know what? I'm okay with this, Casey. You know why? Because everybody loves you. You get love all over the place. You're a very lovable person.
It's okay that one.
It's okay that one person hates you tremendously.
But it will eat you up. It's like that episode of Frasier where one guy just didn't like
In the
him.
focus group?
Yeah. Why?
Wow.
In case while you were down there, we mentioned Delco the movie that Brian O'Halloran is going to be working on, and filming starts soon. I think on the 31st.
We got to get him on.
Yeah. O'Brien?
Yeah.
I actually have his number.
Yeah.
We should reach out to him. See
Yeah.
if we can get him on, because I'm curious about the Delco, the movie. And
Yeah, I'm all like I came home from vacation on Sunday, and my mom, who by the way, it was like 2 hours past her bedtime. Comes up
So
in
it's
her
7.
in her seriously, it was like right. She comes upstairs with her her pajamas and her robe on, with the Daily Times in her hand. She goes, "I wanted to give this to you," and it was this article that was all
Mrs.
about.
Cho's just called. Why does she hate you? Case. This ad here that's up on the screen in the studio, $37 to appear in a scene with Clerks Delco, the movie star Brian O'Halloran. So are they actually selling parts in this movie?
Maybe it's a lottery or something like that,
There might
or
be a
it's
lottery,
a crowdfunding, and then you can have a chance
All
to
right.
win it. I don't know.
Crowdfunded. That's all right. I got it.
It says here, you want to be in a scene in the movie with me? We shoot August 23rd in PA. Pledge just $37 or more to Delco the movie. It's
crowdfunding.
But it doesn't say that you have to win it. It says, I love working on independent films and filmmakers. Thank you for your support. See you on the set. Maybe you only pay $37 and you end up in a movie. There's a crowd scene or something like that. I'm not really sure. Interesting. All right. Well,
That's how Pacino ended up in The Godfather.
Really?
$37. I've got that.
I got a question for you guys. If this ticket hits or Nick's ticket hits, do we are we
Yeah, we
obligated?
split it with everybody.
Do we have to split it with
that's the way
everybody?
it works.
You guys didn't give me a chance to go down and get a ticket, so
Go
you
ahead
have to
down.
split it with me.
Go ahead. See if she. You should go down and see if she pats your hand.
Yeah, Kath, go down.
Go down.
Go ahead.
What am I getting? Powerball
Let's
or Mega
each-
Millions or both?
Mega
Doesn't
Millions.
matter.
All right.
Do me a favor. When you're down there, get a loaf of bread
All
for
of
the
us?
toaster.
Yeah. You send everybody down. She patted for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She didn't pat for me. Go.
All right. Okay.
And Casey, you got Mega Millions or Powerball?
Mega Millions.
Okay.
All right.
If you're just tuning in, it's our little convenience store in the building called Cho's. Every time I go buy a lottery ticket, we call her Mama Cho. I don't know what her actual name is, but
Mrs.
Is it Mrs. Cho? Okay,
Yeah.
so Mrs. Cho will take the lottery ticket and she'll put it in her hand, and then she'll kind of tap it with the top and go, like, please, yeah,
That's
all right, come
adorable.
on.
Yeah.
And then she gives it to me, and we have a little banter back and forth.
What are you doing after
And
work?
She did it for Nick just now because we wanted to test, see what happened. And then Casey went down and she did not do it.
We took video, by the way.
She doesn't do it for Casey. You took video?
See,
Yeah,
that video might have thrown her off.
Well, no. I didn't video. Matt McCarney, our intern,
all right.
was standing at the doorway, kind of nonchalantly just standing there.
Oh, okay.
Now, also, Nick, was she in the middle of like stocking shelves or anything like that?
No.
Okay, because she was stocking some stuff into like the candy aisle.
Okay. I didn't know if you
Aisle.
could.
The whole thing is
just
one
one
aisle.
Yeah, the whole store is an aisle.
Aisle one.
Yes, it's like where do you keep the snow tires?
Casey, I asked if you can buy lottery tickets with a credit card, and she said no, you have to use cash. So I bought it with cash, and then that's what the exchange was. And then as she was handing it to me, she patted it.
My
Okay.
God, that's
Wish me luck.
adorable.
Yeah.
By the way, all right, the question is, so Nick brought me a gift basket. Casey brought me a toaster. You think Kathy will bring me something back too?
Flashlight.
Flashlight.
No, you know what? She's so selfish. There's no way she brings you anything. No way.
Hang on, I want to go to a call. I have Christian on the line here who wants to talk about a lottery winner. Hi, Christian. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. I just wanted to let Casey know that I do, in fact, have a sister.
Oh, Christian!
You do have a sister, Christian. That's great.
You have a Christian? You have a sister, Christian? Hang on.
Wait,
we have to have the music. Thank you for that, Christian. All right, what's up, bud?
You are very, very welcome. So my dad back in the early 90s, my dad actually played for the Philadelphia Wings back in the late 80s. And in the early 90s, he lived in Delaware and won the Delaware lottery. He won $1 million.
Whoa.
And he ended up taking, I think, the $50,000 payout over 20 years and basically like put himself through college and all that fun stuff. So it's not life-changing. It's life-changing, but it's not.
Listen,
he didn't quit. Yeah.
Christian, even if it augments or allows you to dismiss a couple of bills you're getting every month, that's life-changing in a way. It's not the dramatic, okay, I'll never have to work a day in my life, but that's so my question, and Christian, would you say just the process of playing, the potential hope, the potential dream that it makes you fantasize, is that worth the price of playing the lottery every week?
I do think so, Steve. However, my dad's probably been playing the lottery for 50 years at this point, so he's probably giving that million.
Giving it back.
Yeah.
That's the other side. Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Christian. Say hi to your sister, by the way, okay? All right, we'll see you later. Thank you very much. Now, we know, and this is the standard thing to talk about these type of things, that Casey, if you win, we know that there's, you're gonna give a lot of it away. Not a lot of it, but a good portion of it you will set people up.
A lot of it, yeah.
But what about to you? What's the great indulgence
Swim pool
that you would swim spa.
That's it, swim spa.
You would dive into.
Okay, so
it can be a lifestyle, it can be a thing, it can be whatever you want to quantify that as?
So here's what's going to happen. When I win, I'm going to buy the block at the end of my street on down the shore
and burn down those houses.
I'm going to buy. No, it's 2 motels, and so I'm going to buy that entire block. I'm going to knock the motels down, and then I'm going to build Casey compound
at the shore.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to build sort of like your own Maury's or residential.
No. Residential. It'll be like 4 to 6 big houses, and it'll be like my house and like my brother's house, and
so the Casey compound, all the family members have access, and you have this communal area, like what the Kardashians did.
Yeah.
So they're all in the houses that are sort of.
Sorry, Kathy just returned.
Oh my God!
Oh, she brought me a Keurig.
I was wrong about you, Kathy. Oh, she even gave you all the water in it too.
She bought a Keurig.
Right here and make coffee.
I needed a new one.
That's so wonderful.
Wow, that's fantastic. And this is like the jumbo one. You can make several large cups of coffee.
You want to do that? You want to?
So well, we have to plug it in.
Well, we have to find out.
Plug right over here.
Is there? Okay.
You can make yourself a cup.
Yeah, I'll make a cup of coffee.
Did you get the hand pat?
Good luck.
Casey's pissed.
I've been nothing but nice to that woman.
That is so good. Oh my God. That is
she
so
was so
good.
sweet, so nice, and a little tap. Good luck.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
So cute. Aw. That's a shame for you.
You know what? Do me a favor, Case.
Poor
Go
Preston.
down and try it again.
Okay.
Maybe Son's videographer, and you'll be honestly relay what happens.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I trust you. Go down and try it again.
Okay. All right. This time I'm gonna do Powerball.
Okay. Changing it up.
I'm like, oh my God! I should have gotten a Powerball
Yes.
when I was
I
down
forgot.
here. Okay.
All right.
I forgot the Powerball.
I'm not gonna video this one.
All right,
All right.
okay. Just go, nothing. Have your hands like free too. So
Don't-
when she hands
not
the
in a
ticket.
threatening way.
Yeah.
I'll be like this.
No.
Not in a fight stance.
No.
You know what? Can you, if you could do some eye drops to make your eyes look a little watery?
Like you said.
I really need this.
See if she hugs him.
Mrs. Chose. There we go. I'm trying to get in this movie about Delco.
$37 worth.
I need $37.
Cup of coffee
Oh,
over
we're
here.
okay. Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
It says the brew temperature is set.
Okay. It does. Sometimes they need some time
They need to warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give it a little while. And your super huge cup doesn't quite fit in there.
Yeah. So anyway, so Casey was saying that he would knock down. We were talking about what indulgence, other than setting your family up for life and so on, if you win, say, the $1 billion. Casey said he would knock down, he would purchase the hotels at the end of the beach block that in Wildwood Crest where he lives, and then he would create Casey a compound, like
cool.
like 5 or 6 houses that would all be his. They'd have that entire.
Who just did that? The YouTuber, Mr.
Beast.
Mr. Beast bought basically the houses surrounding his house, and all of his co-workers live there.
Wow.
So he's created a Mr. Beast compound.
Wow.
Okay.
That's incredible.
That's heavy money. What would you, Nick? I know you a massage table with a chili bowl attached.
Right, that's step one. Yeah. I mean, what do you need after that, really, Steve?
I never have to move, and it's limitless chili.
You know what? 2 luxuries I wish that I could have or afford in life is just a constant personal trainer to kick my ass.
Wow.
And then a personal chef to get me to stop eating like an idiot.
The guys who work with the Marvel actors.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Do that. Get that chef who makes that super healthy, maximizing your exercise efforts, all of that, because that's the only way it happens. And you know how you know that's the only way it happens? When those actors are away from those movies, it all changes.
Yeah.
So
I would definitely, it would be playing as much golf as entirely possible.
Would you tour the world?
I would probably do a round the world tour and have and bring my golf buddies along with me and pay for all of that and just do that. And my family
What
too.
about Mrs. Cho?
Are you kidding me?
She'd come along too, right?
Yes, absolutely. She'd be my caddy.
By the way, what does she stand to win percentage-wise?
It's usually like $10,000 or something like that. It's not an outrageous
It's
amount
not a
of money.
percentage. It's a set fee.
I don't know for sure. I thought I had heard it was some kind of a set fee.
I think this morning I read that it is
Maybe it's 100,000.
a percentage.
I thought it was a percentage.
Okay, retailers that sell winning
Okay.
Powerball tickets receive receive a bonus of 1% of the prize amount.
Casey's back. And this time he brought me
Hannibal Lecter.
Oh,
well. They sell that down there?
Yeah.
It's pretty
Thank
crazy.
you.
You're a giver.
It's a life-size mechanical replica
of Hannibal Lecter.
Of, Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter.
And he's got an attachment for a Keurig in the back, Preston.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Casey, now here's the moment of truth.
Okay. You guys want to know?
Yeah, what happened?
She just handed me the effing ticket.
Oh, dude, she does not like you.
Handed me I'm bringing her freaking flowers tomorrow. Where's Polides Flores? Polides, if you're listening, I am bringing her the biggest arrangement tomorrow.
Casey, that's bizarre. 1, 2, 3, all get the same, and you, second time, even after she just did it for Kathy.
Oh my God.
That's
so
weird.
Can you go downstairs?
Go in the break and
Do you want me to go down?
Yeah,
because
you
I
go down.
never buy lottery tickets.
No, I have $1 for you. Anybody else
I got money.
Wait a
It's
second.
$2 per play, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just random, just pick, have them pick. I don't. I never do
say
this.
you want a quick pick.
A quick pick.
Mega Millions quick pick.
Mega Millions quick. By the way, do you think it is based on the amount of money you're handing her? Is that what?
No, because I bought $8 worth.
Yeah.
Do you have enough money?
By the way,
$2.
Steve never plays the lottery. This is going to be the winning ticket right here. You are listening to the winning ticket being purchased right now.
Do I do it now or do I do it in the commercial?
No, go do it now. Yeah, we'll carry on. Casey was gone for like 2 minutes tops, so we'll hang out. By the way, Hannibal Lecter is going to be the fill-in for Steve. This one here, I need to move him.
Put him in Steve's spot.
Put him right back there. All right, so.
I can't believe that Casey did not get it.
All right, let me reset once again, just if you're tuning in, you don't know what's happening, because we're buying lottery tickets. Obviously, Powerball's up to $1 billion, Mega Millions over $600 million, and they sell lottery tickets in our little basement convenience store called Cho's. And little Mrs. Cho down there, she's the sweetest woman to some of us. She will get the ticket, and whenever she hands it to me, she always passes the top of the ticket and goes, come on, or good luck, or something like that. And Casey's always said she never does that for him. And so we're doing an on-air test. Nick went down, she did it for him. Casey went down, didn't do it for him. Kathy went down, she did it for her. And you went down twice.
Casey went back down.
And she did not give you the good luck charm. And so now we're sending Steve down alone for probably his first ever purchased lottery ticket.
Yeah, he doesn't usually buy the lottery.
And see if he gets the mojo. So hang on a second. Let me go to another call. We're waiting Steve to get back. I have Emily on the line. Hi, Emily. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry for bothering you at work.
We welcome it. Emily, all right, so what's the story? You have friends who won the lottery?
Okay, Delco. They lived in Glen Olden. They won the lottery. This was years ago. They had 5 children. 3 of them were in college. Immediately lost their financial aid.
Oh, of course.
So it was not like a win-win. He was a saver, and when he passed away, his wife finally got to do the around the world.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was amazing.
So they won how much money?
It was $1 million.
$1 million. Okay.
Powerball.
And like our previous caller had said, not, dramatically. I mean, it is a life changer for sure, but not dramatically changing your entire lifestyle, but enough to really help you out along the way.
Oh, it did help them. I mean, 5 children, and they didn't get to pay for everything. I also had a friend who won the $100,000 small lottery through one of the churches in the area, and that changed her life more.
No kidding. How so?
She got to sell her house, move to a better area, and she ended up all of her children very educated. Every one of them got scholarships.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it did. It was like that little bit of money made a big difference.
Sure. It definitely can do that. All right. Thank you, Emily. Appreciate it.
Sure.
All right. So, with that, Casey would knock down and make the Casey compound. Nick would get a personal trainer. I would play golf everywhere around the world. What about you, Kath?
I think I would travel to obscure places in like a private jet where
there you go.
I could be comfortable.
Wait a minute. Steve brought me something. Each time someone comes back, they bring me a gift.
He brought you an intern.
She brought him one of our interns, carried over his shoulder.
Oh, that was so nice. Preston has a slave now.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Steve.
I had him poorly on my shoulders.
Sit on my lap.
No.
She didn't give you the pat?
You didn't get the pat?
She was so sweet.
She is.
But no.
You didn't even
I
like
didn't get the pat of good luck.
All right, my
nothing on
leg
the
hurts. Get
ticket.
off my. Yeah, thank you.
When she handed you the ticket,
What is the?
no tap, nothing.
No.
She puts the
little
the
bit
ticket
better.
in her hand and kind of pats on it.
Well, Steve, you can take solace in the fact that you're going to win the lottery tonight.
Kathy, by the way,
We are going to win the lottery.
what did we find out about the what the owner of the business gets?
So this is for Powerball tickets. The bonus is 1% of the prize amount.
Oh.
Retailers that sell winning
So it is a
Powerball tickets
percentage.
receive a bonus of 1% of the prize amount. I don't know about Mega Millions. I can check.
Yeah, but just so you know, Kath, it's up to $1 million. So if it's they can't get more than that.
Okay. Hang on here.
So the retailer will not exceed $1 million if the percentage.
Correct.
Let me go to Barry because he's the lottery winner. Hey, Barry. Good morning.
Hi, Grandmom.
Hi, Grandma.
All right, Barry. Which lot was it? A scratch off or a ticket that you or regular Powerball or Mega Millions?
I'll just leave it at this. I won the lottery because I was born in the United States, baby.
Way to go, Barry. I guess
Way
we
to go,
all won.
Bear. What a life. And he's out.
Gone. All right.
What about you, Steve? If you so you're invested now.
Yes.
I know.
Well, you, me, and Casey are.
I won't win,
Yeah.
but I don't ever think
About
$1 billion
it,
like
no.
that. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably give away a fair amount to charity. I mean, I have a lot of. I think in smaller terms, you know. Probably be a lot of travel, you know,
Yeah.
more travel. I think to see the world in ways that I probably couldn't. A more civilian type person, like us, would not have access to. I think you talk about that access that having that extra capital would make and see things, and that would probably be it. I never. I guess that's a deficiency in me that I never think in those terms. You know.
Okay, so the Mega Millions is also 1%, but I don't know if it has a cap on this because it says in 2021, an Illinois retailer cashed in for $500,000. All right, yeah. So I guess there could still be $1 million cap. So they got $500,000 on a $56 million Mega Millions ticket.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, real quick, I just before we break for commercial, how's this going to work out? Like, if I win.
Let's just split it evenly.
Well, do you want to split it even, or
Yeah.
do you think the purchaser of said ticket should get 50%, and then the other 50% gets doled out between
that's good.
the rest of the group?
That
All
way,
right,
if
well,
you
who's the rest of the group? We have to define these terms here.
You guys bought the ticket, so
Yeah.
that's your ticket.
So me and Preston get 50%.
I heard Steve say that.
Yeah, well, I know.
Yeah.
Me too. Me and Preston get 50% of your ticket, Steve, and then the rest of it gets doled out between you three, Marissa, Connor. I think we're going to throw
What about
Kyle in
Chuck?
there.
And
I'll take care of Chuck up with my cut.
Okay.
All right.
Right. And then the interns I'll take care of with my cut as well.
Wow.
Yeah. You
That's
guys.
impressive.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm just going to pay for the college. That's it. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So
That's good.
are you
I'm
still
okay
on a
with it.
mission to get Mrs. Chose to pat your good luck, or is it?
Oh, she's getting flowers tomorrow.
All right.
She's getting flowers tomorrow. And then when I buy another Powerball ticket on Wednesday, she's going to French kiss that ticket and then hand it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna rub it in your cleavage.
Yeah.
Like, are you just going to give it to her as here's a gift, or you could say, "Oh, I had these. You want to decorate your counter with them?"
She's gonna push her boobs together. So should I give her like a Whitman sampler? Like we start, we're fighting for her.
Fighting for her love and admiration.
She's going to catch on.
All right. Well, anyhow, the tickets are they're out there for the taking, and the prize tonight for Mega Millions. What is that officially up to? I said over 600 million, but I don't know. Do you have that number handy?
Yep.
Kath?
Hold on one second.
Because it's now officially $1 billion for Powerball. It says 640 million.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Well, we've all got something to think about for a little while now. Then we bought that little ticket. Yes. We do need to take a break. We're going to come back in just a second or two. Don't forget, we have a Tattoos Day prize chance for you to win a Preston and Steve themed tattoo. Text word tattoo to 39333. Coming back with the B file. Stay there.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
This
about to play.
He added, Merlina was our undisputed ruler of the roost, queen of the Tower Ravens. She will be greatly missed by her fellow Ravens, the Raven Master, and all of us here in the Tower community.
But if you know Merlina, you know that's so Raven.
I believe the people that work at the Tower, I think they volunteer. I think they, I want to say I remember reading that. It was great. I really enjoyed going
I'm a complete
there.
Anglophile when it comes to this stuff. The royal family, the Tower, even watching The Crown is so much fun. Listen, some people don't get it. I love it.
It's a dated concept, but it's pretty cool.
There's nothing wrong with that. And embracing that and keeping that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are touristy spots in London that you'd think maybe are a little cheesy or whatever. This was not. I really enjoyed that tour, and I'd go back. And the Crown Jewels are there. It was really cool.
By the way, if you do want to see the Crown Jewels, my only one-time visit there, my recommendation we got as soon as it opened, and it was the first place we went, and there was nobody there. And apparently the line...
You were putting on the crown.
We looked at out in front of where the Crown Jewels are, is one of those back and forth switchback wait line things, and you could just by walking through that, we're like, okay, this could take forever on a busy day, but we got right in. It was very impressive, so I thought that was pretty cool. The Raven Master, Christopher Scaife, said that he would be taking some time to mourn Merlina. Tower staff added that they had no immediate plans to replace her. And Charles is believed to have been the first monarch to officially decree that the birds must be kept at the Tower at all times. So one of them's gone. And apparently, when numbers fell to just a single Raven Guard, Winston Churchill had ordered that the flock, which is known as an unkindness, that's a flock of ravens.
An unkindness.
Yes, was increased to at least 6.
We want to increase the flock.
Yes, in 2018, the Tower launched...
Get the flock out of here.
A raven breeding program.
Quoting Lethal Weapon 2.
After his story.
Of course. Yes. What did the shepherd say to the other shepherd?
Winston Churchill was a visionary.
Was it? I was in the first one, Winston. I'm sorry. I will have to throw that at you. But anyhow, it was becoming increasingly difficult to source the birds. So, all right. And that's all I have time for, I guess, in my thing that I just did. What was it? The junk drawer.
Whatever that was. And that wraps up tonight's thing that I just said. I'm Tom Brokaw.
It's called the news.
We were talking about checking our mental health earlier.
Yes.
If you've been feeling stressed out, you may want to scream, and you should, as it could help you feel better.
So we had the discussion about primal scream therapy and the song Shout by Tears for Fears. And the jury's still out as to whether or not that was actually a song about primal scream therapy, but it used to be all the rage for a while.
Yes. Avi Klein, a psychotherapist, says, I think every emotion...
You should do it!
we feel... A little reverb on that, please, when if you're going to...
You should do it! It's so therapeutic!
He says, I think every emotion that we feel has a kind of correlating action that goes along with it. It feels really good or even healthy to discharge that emotion. John Norcross is a professor of psychology at the University of Scranton and says that no matter how you vent your feelings out,
I have a strange discharge.
It's a good way to relieve tension. Can you hit that again, please?
Mother, I have a strange discharge.
Okay. Klein notes that simply screaming won't face your issues.
We can't play the whole one. Can we? I don't know if times have changed.
And you'll still have to face whatever it is that's bothering you and work through it even after taking the edge off.
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute?
Jesus.
I have a strange discharge.
I'm just clipping the...
Well, yeah, the rest of it tells where the discharge came from.
Yeah.
And that's when Bill gets a little nervous.
It's actually worse this way.
Is it?
I think, but by his reckoning, it would probably be better.
Well, maybe he got let out of the army and it was strange, and he got a strange discharge, and he wasn't...
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
I'm sorry, I was trying to read a book here, but yeah, please tell me about your drippy weenie.
Yes.
Can I finish my steak first?
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
Wait, I nailed it so much better. I'll have to edit that down.
I want to hear discharge.
All right.
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a strange discharge.
There we go. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
And then,
Mother, I have a strange discharge.
What would a normal one be? What would a non-strange discharge be? You know?
Yeah. I have froyo coming out my ass. That's pretty strange, but probably more acceptable.
Casey, there was something you wanted to show us?
Well, I have a couple of things. I have another audio thing, something I had told you about off the air, and then I got this thing that I learned about yesterday. So I want everybody to take your iPhones out real quick and pull up an iTunes.
Now take your tops off.
Pull up an iTunes?
Pull up your iTunes. Pick out any song on your iTunes. I don't care what song it is.
I haven't used iTunes.
I had to delete my iTunes.
No.
Really? Why?
Storage concerns on my phone. I moved it on. Well, we don't need to hear about it on air.
Gotcha.
It's a porn thing.
Yeah, way too much porn on my phone.
Pull up anything you're saying?
Anything, and also take your headphones off real quick. Well, just in a second, you're gonna have to take your headphones off.
Okay. And does it matter what song I choose?
No, it does not matter. Whatever song you want to hear.
Well, now I got to go through and find a song I want to
Took the
hear.
first one that came up.
All right, I got one.
All right, you got one. All right, so take your headphones off.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, now press play on your iTunes and stick the speaker part of your iPhone in your mouth like this.
Okay.
And close your lips over it.
What the hell is going on?
Seriously.
And we're all doing this at the same time?
All do it at the same time. Everybody press play. All right, all the way. No. All right, now cover your ears. Both your ears.
I refuse to do this.
Well, you can't hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like bone phones, earphones.
Kathy, why are you not doing it?
It won't fit in my mouth.
Yes, it will. Oh my God, yes, it will.
Say that again, real. Say that again.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. You can hear it a little bit more. I could hear it even without putting my hands over my ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what is if you're driving? Is there a way to listen to it without having the phone in your mouth?
Right. It's like bone induction.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Bone induction speakers.
We have a couple of the earphones my wife uses when she swims.
Yeah. Well, how much did those cost? This is for free,
You just
bro.
stick a phone in her mouth and look like an imbecile. You know what? You know how you have that keep warm function on your oven?
Yeah.
Try putting the dinner rolls in your ass.
Kathy, why did you not do it?
As this was all going on, I just hear, because we had to take our headphones off, I just hear Steve go, I refuse to do this.
Yeah. Thanks for playing along, bro.
Well, I couldn't get my Asia song to play, which would have been so cool.
I did do it, Casey.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Put it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
I did.
You didn't
Preston.
do it.
All right, here's
I
the
just
thing.
did it.
Try this when you get home, Kathy.
Okay.
Draw a nice bath. Get in it.
Yeah.
Take your electric hair dryer. Dip it in the water. You'll be able to hear Prince.
While it's plugged in.
The speakers have gotten much better on these phones. My son was listening to, I was watching a YouTube video or something like that, and he was in the other room, and I was almost like, turn that damn music down.
I'm trying to listen to my story. On my Stephen King story.
But it's gotten, you remember the old phones, like if you, for some reason, didn't have a Bluetooth speaker or something to hook it into, and you tried valiantly, exactly, to listen to something through it, it was just terrible. It's gotten much better. They're definitely a lot louder.
I'm listening to Pearl Jam. Listen.
It won't fit in my mouth.
Yes, it will. Oh my God, yes, it will.
It won't fit in my mouth.
Presley Gerber, the son of supermodel Cindy Crawford, took to Instagram Live in order to clear up his reasons for getting a tattoo on his cheek.
All right, hey guys. I want to let you know I wrote it a word on my face.
Which he has received backlash for. And I've not seen it. I've just read this story. That's it. And the only thing I have is a quote from him that says, if I thought it was going to ruin my face, I wouldn't have done it.
Really?
Well, that's how stupid he is. He what is the word that it's one word and it's
what, the word on his face?
Yeah, do you
misunderstood.
Misunderstood, right. So it's under his eye high up on his cheek. It's a thin line, but it's still stupid. He's a male model, as is his sister, Kaya Gerber. And I don't know why you would do that.
Male, you're a model.
Yeah.
And you've just
ruined your career.
Ruined exactly your product. Oh my God.
Now he has tattoos.
He's got a lot of tattoos.
He has no tattoos on his face.
He's got some on his neck.
Yeah.
All over his hands.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Okay.
Did you see Amber Rose? Amber Rose has a tattoo along the top part of her, highest part of her forehead.
Her hairline?
Yeah. So her head's always shaved, and it's sort of calligraphy. It looks lovely. But what are you going to do with that? I couldn't even read what it said, but it's big.
Okay.
I'm sort of coming around on face tattoos.
You gonna get one?
Though. I wouldn't want any of my children to. Listen, if you're, I met these guys at the tattoo convention, right?
They were the coolest guys. They were smoking cigarettes.
They were smoking cigarettes,
and they were wearing leather.
I was like, wow, man, can you blow smoke rings? One guy, and they listen to the show. Their guy's name is Dave. Yeah. He's got a he's got a D that's kind of like tattooed into his beard line.
For Dave?
For Dave. And
I could see why you're coming around.
Listen, he and his buddy, they both lay concrete. They're both just big.
They both
they are like concrete. It's not that they actually like concrete.
Oh, I said lay.
They both
They're fans of concrete, sacrete,
I thought he
and
did.
various gravel.
What did he say?
Lay concrete.
I thought you said like.
I did
thought
too.
they both
I was
like
wondering.
concrete.
I'm a huge fan of cement.
Big fans of concrete.
They're big fans
Just
of
love it. No, no.
metamorphic and sedimentary and So okay, so
what does that have to do with it anyway?
Because listen, they lay concrete for a living. What the hell does it matter if they, they face tattoos or whatever? They're not your lawyer, They're not a judge on the bench or where, somebody that you would not want to have face tattoos.
If someone wants to do it, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
In this case, we're questioning a male model whose livelihood depends on his looks getting a word tattooed on his face that will always have to be attended to whenever he does something.
Sure, but he already has tattoos on his neck as well. I mean, so
here's-
clearly it's not that big of a deal.
Here's an argument for you for why it's a bad idea. Okay. So in human interaction, and when you start to meet someone for the first time, whatever the scenario may be, you engage in eye contact and facial reading of emotions and things like that.
Yeah.
If you have stuff written or placed on your face, it's a distraction from that. And
Okay.
I think it's a lack of being able to communicate effectively.
But what about like a giant mole on somebody's face? You going to tell them to get that removed because it's distracting?
If possible, yes.
Yes.
Very distracting when we
Yes.
talk to you.
Yes.
Can you get that removed?
I have a Facebook page.
and take your
called-
friend with the face tattoo.
You don't like
There's a
concrete,
great
Kathy.
line from Uncle Bucker. He goes, why don't you go down to the sump dump and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face? A woman's got a big mole on her face.
Mole.
So here we are, Valentine's Day. You can feel the love in the air. Hopefully you have someone in your life today. If not, that's okay too.
Yes.
But we love you. Remember that.
Yes.
Just not in that way.
No, but we can
We
for the
can.
right amount of money.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? We had a nice discussion last week about first kisses and how well we remember them and how important they are in your life.
Yeah.
And
You had a great one?
yeah, I had a wonderful.
I had a
one.
great one?
Yeah. And now, some people don't have great first
No.
kisses. In fact, some of them can be disastrous.
I would say whoever kissed Harvey Weinstein.
Probably
dear
a
God.
disastrous
A disaster.
first kiss. Yeah.
And I said mine. I was really, really nervous. And then after I did it, I was like, what the hell was I so nervous about? That was not a big deal.
Yeah. It does happen, but and maybe that's part of the reason why some people wait so long to have their first kiss: the nervousness or the fear that it's going to go bad, or I don't know. So we started talking about it, and we got responses from people, from adults who have never kissed anyone in their lives. And we said, you know what, we could maybe have a couple people come in, and we can get that first kiss out of the way. Casey, give me some light love music here as we
Five-finger death punch.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it, though? No, there you go. That's perfect. We're going to meet our contestants, find out what they're all about, or who they are and what they're all about. Let's start with a phone call that we received when we initially talked about this on the air. This is Sophie who is here this morning. Hey, Sophie, how you doing?
I'm good.
So you gave us a call, and we had, we were just asking who hadn't ever kissed anybody, who happens to be an adult. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 21.
You're 21 years old. All right. And so I assume you've never had a boyfriend then if you've never kissed anybody?
No.
Really? And why do you think that is? Why? Because, you're cute. And
You are.
Yeah.
You're adorable. Yeah.
I probably just kind of thought like, oh, I'll get around to it later. And
Yeah.
then in high school, I was like, oh, I'm going to get around to it later. In college, get around to it later. And
Are you a serious student by any chance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very time consuming sometimes.
Everywhere still closed between Rifle Range Road and North Main Street. This traffic report brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save on frozen treats at Whole Foods Market. Get ice cream and frozen desserts 35% off with Prime through July 18th while supplies last. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, here we go. Bizarre File time.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
All right, let's dive right into it. And this is a terrible lead-in, but a good ending here. The FBI used a Nintendo Switch console to locate an abducted 15-year-old girl who had been missing for 11 days.
Yeah, isn't this wild?
In a horrendous case involving kidnap and sexual exploitation, a teenage girl was found and rescued only after she logged online with her Nintendo Switch. The unidentified Virginian teenager is a homebody, said family and friends, and unlikely to run away. However, she met a stranger, then 28-year-old Ethan Roberts, on the online chatting platform Omegle in January 2022 when she was just 14 years old. The two talked for a few days, then moved their conversation to Discord and Snapchat. Roberts sent nude photos of himself to the girl and requested explicit images of her as well, to which she complied. Later, Roberts traveled 2,000 miles from his apartment in Arizona to the young girl's hometown. Their encounter culminated in Roberts kidnapping the girl and bringing her back to Arizona. When the girl went missing, folks in Virginia put up flyers to locate her, but no one was able to pinpoint her location until the girl booted up her Nintendo Switch to watch YouTube videos and download a game. A friend saw that she was online and then informed the authorities. With Nintendo cooperation, the FBI called the Switch's IP address, uncovered her location, and moved in to arrest Roberts.
It's miraculous.
Police agencies often use digital device tracking info to apprehend suspected criminals and find missing people. It was another child that was bright enough to go, hey, my friend is online. She's been missing, and I need to tell somebody.
Kudos.
Roberts was indicted on 4 counts and sentenced to 30 years in prison. So they got him, and they got her back, which is great. A woman has revealed that she waters her plants with her period blood.
Oh, come on.
In order to give back to the earth by following ancient tradition.
The hell up.
Jessica McCassin.
Yeah, I'm the earth, and I'm going to pass.
Jessica McCassin said she started looking into shamanism and reconnected with her body, shaman, with her body after reading about the ancient traditions and importance of the womb. The Costa Rican was inspired to create her own symbolic practice of using her blood on her plants by using a spray bottle.
I pleasure myself on Tonka trucks. Is that the same thing?
No.
She urges that the menstrual blood is good for her plants because it provides nitrogen and potassium to them.
Yeah.
When Jessica was younger, she didn't understand what it meant to be a woman. Talking about periods was taboo, and she used to think that it was a disadvantage to have her cycles. She used to cry herself to sleep before she improved her relationship with her body by looking into shamanism.
I'm going to go bleed in the plants.
Practicing shamanism put her on a deep journey to understand the importance and power of a woman's womb. Her period now gives her experiences of ecstasy and magic. And she practices an ancient tradition of giving her blood back to the earth. Kathy, is it that magic time of the month?
I mean, I
I'm
think
outside crapping on my succulents.
there's other issues for this lady.
Yeah.
She collects her blood using her menstrual cup. She pours it into a bottle and uses
It's a stein, actually.
water to dilute it, and she calls the process magical. Now,
Magical.
farmers currently use what is called blood meal, which is the actual blood that is the byproduct of livestock production, and this natural and organic fertilizer gets dried up into a powder and offers many benefits for crops. So there is some legitimacy to using blood.
So we're looking at a picture of the woman. She's actually normal looking.
Yeah. So, but when it comes to period blood, success varies due to a number of factors because every woman's period has different levels of sodium, calcium, and iron. Due to this, it needs to be watered down so that the salt doesn't negatively impact your plants. But she's...
Who is that? You had a story about a woman a while ago. Was she drinking her dog's urine or something like that?
God. Oh, I don't remember.
Do you remember that story?
Not that one, but...
Yeah. A same sort of descriptive approach.
Wow. Okay. 12-year-old girl was charged in connection with assaulting another girl with acid at a Detroit park. 12 years old.
It's horrific.
Prosecutor Kim Worthy charged the preteen with 1 count of assault with intent to do great bodily harm and 1 count of felonious assault. The minor suspect, who was not named, was released on $10,000 bond due in court on Tuesday.
Young lady, where are you going with that acid?
De'Ara Summers, who was 11, was the victim in the attack. Her mother, Dominique, said that an issue between the 12-year-old and one of her daughter's cousins arose, and De'Ara was caught in the middle.
Yeah.
De'Ara had left Verner Elementary playground where the argument happened, but was allegedly attacked when she returned to get her purse. And the youth suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns on her back, legs, and arms from the incident. Yeah, that's messed up, 3rd degree burns. Dolphins have been biting and ramming swimmers in a spate of beach attacks in central Japan.
What's that about?
4 swimmers were injured in the attacks on Sunday alone. One man in his 60s suffered broken ribs, as well as bites to his hands after a dolphin rammed into him on the shoreline. The man was swimming around 5 meters from the shore, so not very far out at all, when when the dolphin lunged.
A lot of Wookiees
Wrong button. Chewbacca.
Okay. The conversation's similar, though, if you listen to both of them.
In a separate incident.
Chewy, what do you think about those dolphins?
The same morning, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The same morning, another man in his 40s sustained bites to his arms on the beach, which is known as a family-friendly spot and popular with tourists. 2 more people were injured by the mammals later that day. Fukui has recorded a total of 6 dolphin attacks so far in 2023, according to local police.
Japan has that horrible culling of the dolphins. You've seen the documentary about it, where they chase them into this.
Is that blackfin? Is that what that is? Or
No.
is that no?
The Blackfish is the SeaWorld documentary about the orcas. I forget the name of the movie, but it's horrific.
Seahorses.
Seahorse.
A string of dolphin bites.
Seahorses forever.
Involving beachgoers were also reported in the prefecture last year, and officials have put up warning signs telling swimmers not to approach or touch the animals.
Yeah.
Because they are
Have
attacking.
you ever done the swimming with the dolphins?
No, not dolphins.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Done the, stingrays and things like that, and sharks, but not dolphins.
You ever hear Dick Van Dyke tell a story about how dolphins saved his life?
No.
Oh.
It's a really fascinating one. He was a younger man. He was swimming off the coast of Florida, and he drifted away from the breakers. He got too far out, and he attributes dolphins to pushing the surfboard back into the beach and saving his life.
Wow.
All right.
I've heard there's similar stories. That's why you normally think of them as our aquatic friends.
Yeah, they're our buddies.
Yeah, but there are jerks too.
Yeah.
I think
The ones
there's
that smoke.
A little bit of both. So, all right, that's the last story in the B file. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back momentarily. We'll test your knowledge of today's program. Lesson question up with trash and music news too. Stay there.
You're pretty. She's pretty. That's why I'm saying it's not like we have some hideous people in the studio. She's very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly just busy with school. I don't really have time to do anything.
And then Preston had put out the suggestion when we were talking, and initially when we had that whole conversation. For a lot of people, it is exactly that. Life gets in the way, and you don't have time to do that. So, but it's you didn't impress us as someone who was like, oh my God, this is a disaster. It's like when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
So and it's going to happen.
Yeah. Have you been longing for it though? Have you been curious about it?
Yeah, on and off.
Yeah.
Like I'll go through times and be like, maybe soon, and then I'll be like, nah, I'm busy.
Okay. What about nervousness? Does that play into it at all?
A little bit. Like after partway through high school, you're just kind of like, okay, like.
When you hang with your friends, are your friends in a similar situation, or do they have relationships and boyfriends and whatever, girlfriends?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, all right.
So, like I knew somebody who was with a girl who she had kissed people, but she wasn't very well-versed in other things, right? And that ended up, well, no, all of it, Steve. I mean, hand, oral, all that sort of stuff. But she was a little bit older, and it really, it played a part in all of that sort of, because she was second-guessing everything, and she was nervous. She wasn't doing it right and all that sort of stuff. So I'm sure at a certain point for you, you're like, Oh man, I'm well behind the curve here. It's like going into a test that you haven't studied for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I figured, get it out of the way. Gotta do it at some point.
Yes, because that's it. Honestly, a lot of it is what you think it is. It's like flying a plane. You could probably fly most major airliners without much coach, right, Preston?
Right, sure.
You've seen movies.
Yeah.
You know, you pull back on the throttle, and there's a couple of dials there.
You just got to go for it.
Practically flies
You could
itself.
practically fly it. John Travolta told us that, Gabby.
Where do you go to school, by the way, Sophie?
Temple.
You go to Temple. And
Yes.
what are you studying?
Physics.
Oh, you are a very
Yeah,
serious person.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
yeah.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for sharing your story. And then we're going to meet Brandon, everybody. Brandon, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. Brandon came dressed for love in his Iron Maiden T-shirt this morning.
Hey, listen, I think it's a perfect match.
Yeah?
What we're about to do.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Who he gets to kiss in just a little bit. How old are you, Brandon?
20 years old.
You're 20 years old. And what do you do? Are you a student as well, or are you a worker?
I went to a vocational school.
Okay.
And took up electric. And I started working my 11th grade summer, and then worked all the way through 12th grade, and then worked in an electric company for like 2-3 years.
So you've been busy.
Yeah.
You got into your career, and that's obviously consumed. Because again, you're a nice-looking guy. You're conversive. We were talking before we came on the air. It's not like you're seriously awkward.
Steve, look how adorable he is.
I want to tweak your. I mean, cheeks like nobody's business.
Look at how
It wouldn't be the first time.
Look at how kind his eyes are. And Kath, look
Casey's
at.
really looking into this.
I know. I'm looking at him, and you look like you're a gentle soul. Have you ever lashed out in anger ever in your entire
Have you
life?
ever killed a kitten?
Have you ever killed a kitten?
I mean, I used to work in construction, so there has been times where you get like
angry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's normal.
Yeah,
But I mean, so you probably channel out your angst through the music you listen to, right?
Exactly.
All right. But I mean, you're. I think in both these cases, both of you just have had very active lives. You've been distracted by that. Do you feel that there's, as Casey described it, you're behind the curve, or do you take Sophie's angle on it that it'll happen when it happens?
Kind of mixture of both.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
All right.
Are you? I asked this, and seriously. So, are you a little embarrassed about the fact that you haven't kissed anybody until?
I'll be honest. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Sophie?
Not really.
No, she doesn't care.
She's a physicist, for Christ's sake.
I know. Well, listen, I totally understand that. I remember at the time when I was younger than you were, but I remember I felt behind the curve because
me
other
too.
people had kissed and I had not done it.
The truth of the matter, Preston, as we discuss this, you're one of many, many people who think they're the only one.
Oh, yeah.
And the truth of the matter is you're not.
No, you're in plenty of company.
Yeah.
All right, so here's my question for both of you guys, because and I'm a little nervous now because I have.
You're gonna have to kiss me.
No, Steve. I have 2 kids in 7th and 8th grade, and it's like almost this rite of passage around that time where you have kissing parties. I mean, essentially, kids design ways and reasons to like practice this stuff on each other, whether it be through spin the bottle or truth or dare or whatever it is. How did all of that time elude both of you guys?
Well, we go one at a time. Sophie,
okay.
go ahead.
I guess, I just got really lucky during Truth or Dare.
You won every goddamn game.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
it.
much.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so adorable.
Yes, you are.
How about you, Brandon?
I've been to a ton of parties, and there's never been any like spin the bottle or any games like that.
Not on the construction sites?
No.
No spin the bottle? No spin the rivet?
You act like everybody played that. I never played those games.
No?
No.
No?
No, to be honest, there were very few of those when I was growing up. Kathy, I'm sure you and I both did the same thing. We went to physics parties.
I didn't fit in there either.
All right, well, you know what? I think we need to get ourselves prepared for this. We've met them. We found out their stories, and now we got to get them in the proper shape.
Yeah, training is everything.
Yeah, so
as with anything that you want to be good at, you've got to practice.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to, so they're not going into this completely cold.
No.
We brought in some CPR dummies, which is, basically it's a torso with a really weird looking face on it. They're both male. I thought we were going to get a male and female, but I guess we got to do what
we are gender fluid, Preston. It's about time you get woke.
Hold up, Marissa, where are those wigs? We have a wig.
Oh, we have a wig to put on
we
one?
have 2 blonde wigs.
Okay, all right.
So
we
now
can just
what-
put one on one. Let's go with Sophie first. All right, Sophie. We have Joe. You can leave your headphones on.
Yeah.
Who's going to hold up the dummy? Wow, this is really setting the mood
right,
here.
if we
you know
get
what? Can we have some romantic music from Josh and Haley while we're doing this? So I think maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better. All right. So.
All right.
You're going to put.
Can we get a profile on this? By the way, there we go.
There you
Thank
go,
you
Joe.
so much.
Okay, so put your hands up around his neck, Sophie.
Yeah.
And you also have to lean your head one way. So that's perfect. She's leaning it to the right. And go in and just give a nice kiss, nice easy kiss.
Aw, she's awesome. Yes, yes.
How did she do?
She did great.
How is Sophie? You're awesome.
Yeah.
Her approach was perfect. Her head tilt was perfect.
You're adorable. And you know physics.
The pressure that she applied to the dummy was perfect.
The one thing that I saw, duration was too short.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So
it was
if
a
you go in
dummy.
for the kiss, it's not going to be quick. You need to let it
Preston,
linger just a little
It's
bit.
an eraser she's kissing.
That's true.
The
That's
next
true.
thing that she kisses will be kissing back.
Yeah.
But I do want her to be ready. So one more time, but just a smidge longer, okay? So she's leaning in, hands on. There you go. She's got a hand. That's better.
Yeah.
All right. Well
Is that
done.
better? Is she leaning her head the right way?
She was.
Okay.
And she put her hand on his cheek, too,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is,
Oh,
which
very
is very
tender.
sensual.
Yeah.
This is an unresponsive doll that she's kissing, so obviously it's the head tilt's not there. But bravo, well done.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's try Brandon. Brandon, first stick your first 2 fingers in her mouth.
All right, yeah. To the side, to the side. Can we get a profile on it? Guys, can we turn profile, please?
All right,
Thank
there you
you.
go. All right, hands on her hips, or its hips, and then, okay. He turned his head. He gave that was not bad.
So
a little softer.
What do you want to say to this lifeless piece of plastic?
I love you. All right, so it looks like Brandon's gonna turn his head to the left, which was the opposite of Sophia. So try that one more time, sir. Let's see you do it again. Yeah, same way. However you're comfortable. Okay, he got it done.
Do you like? I think.
I don't know.
Here's what I would say. I think he rushed in towards the head a little too fast. I think your approach needs to be a little slower, a little more gentle. And it's going to be a human the next time around, so it'll be a slightly different approach.
Nick,
she's going to give you a bit of guidance, but just come in a little more slowly in your approach.
Nick, I think I can. So you're leaning in, and she's going to speak to you. Okay, start to lean in as you're going to kiss. All right, and she's going to speak to you.
Are you turned on?
Okay, that was Nell, Jodie Foster, who's very attractive.
I love how you guys are so delicate with Sophie, but not with him.
No, by the way, his first kiss was absolutely fine. Just a little bit more because
93.3 WMMR and Soul on Fire. Quarter after 10. Here we are on a Tuesday in the Preston and Steve Show. That means Tuesday. If you haven't texted in yet, text the word tattooed 39333 because we have a $350 gift certificate. Floating World Tattoo and Piercing on South Street. And we'll be getting a winner in just a little while. Get yourself set for that. I'm going to mention this again. The Preston and Steve Belly Flop Championships coming up. It's going to be back at Valley Forge Casino Resort at Valley Beach, this wonderful spot.
it's really cool if you haven't seen it.
And it's open to the public, but we need contestants, all right? And it's on the 3rd. It's a Thursday, August 3rd, and it's from 6 to 8 p.m. So we need people to sign up for this. And we have prizes galore. We're going to have a great time. And we want to make sure you're aware because, yes, we do get some larger people that like to participate in this, but that is not a requirement whatsoever.
Not at all.
In fact, I think people like seeing a smaller person go up there and give it a shot.
And they have, and they've won.
Yes.
Smaller people who've done it. Let me ask you, and this is probably not the right time to ask, but can people sign up as a duo?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I was
a tag
wondering. Yeah, because people
next year.
People will come with they'll come with a whole group that they'll perform a little thing for, and then they'll do the dive themselves.
Yeah, if you've got an entourage, a posse, or players that want to be a part of that whole
Not a
thing,
problem.
that's cool. But somebody going in the pool, just one person, mono.
All right,
absolutely.
And then, by the way, from beginning to end, it's how long you want it to be. If you just want to run up on the stand and jump, that's it.
You know who had a good shot at winning is Siamese twins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that'd be a technicality we'd have to consider.
That's one person.
But again, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get the huge splash.
So you can go to PrestonandSteve.com and you can enter, and we need a photo, a little bit of information about you. Think about a character, a nickname, some type of persona you want to have, and walk-up music, or just run up and jump in. Doesn't matter.
That's what you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. It's your style, it's your choice, but we do need contestants, and we haven't had much time to promote it, so we're putting a big push on that right now. All right. In the meantime, lesson question about today's program. We're giving away a 4-pack of tickets for Six Flags Great Adventure. The question that we will go with this morning is, I'm going to give you a little help on this. What is Steve's favorite reality show that features ugly people dating? It's titled Face Like a What? 215-263-WMMR. What is Steve's favorite reality show that features ugly people dating? It's called Face Like a What? 215-263-WMMR. If you heard us talking about it, call right now.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Brought to you this morning by Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. You can donate to Casey's team, the WMMR Rock and Rollers, for the Bend to the Shore Bike Tour. It's coming up July 23rd, this week, benefiting the Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation. Visit PrestonandSteve.com for more information. What's happening this morning, Steve?
Well, Kevin Costner's estranged wife, Christine Baumgartner, has been barred from removing any items from their beach house without getting approval. Costner reportedly instituted the injunction after being unable to locate his squatty potty. Britney Spears is currently deciding if she will personally read the audio version of her new autobiography, The Woman in Me. Spears says if she does do it, she will insist on meeting with the author.
Oh, my God.
And finally, according to the London Evening Standard, French President Emmanuel Macron was sent a severed human finger on Monday. Macron is reportedly having second thoughts about his decision to enroll in the Body Part of the Month Club.
All righty. We indeed are looking for an answer to this question. What is Steve's favorite reality show that features ugly people dating? It's called Face Like a What? 215-263-WMMR. We'll go to Joe, see if we can get an answer here. Hey, Joe, good morning.
You crumb creeps, you cut me off earlier.
I want to fight you.
I want to kiss you.
All right, so, Joe.
I want to fight you.
The show is called Face Like a
Smash Dance.
Yeah. Smash Dance.
I love you.
Hang on, Joe. We're going to give you a 4-pack of tickets, Six Flags Great Adventure. Celebrate summer at Six Flags Great Adventure, and you can come early to experience the thrills of your favorite coasters and then stay late to enjoy spectacular fireworks every Friday and Saturday night. Or you can bring your appetite to the park's newest festival. It's called Flavors of the World, featuring tasty cuisine from 7 countries.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, Music News powered by PGW. Improve the comfort of your home and lower energy bills with a PGW Energy Sense rebate, up to $1,400 in savings with new home heating equipment. And you can learn more at pgwenergysense.com. I only have 2 stories for you this morning. A little light on music news. L.A. Guns.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't heard that band name in a little while. Members, guitarist Tracy Guns and multi-instrumentalist Adam Hamilton have joined with bassist Todd Kearns, who played with Slash and Took, to form a new band called Blackbird Angels. They also just dropped their first single and video for Shut Up. You know I love you. Kearns said, I've always been a great admirer of Tracy's. When he approached me about this project, we were still in the throes of the pandemic, and I really felt this deep need to make as much music as possible while we were all facing such an uncertain future. Blackbird Angels' self-titled debut album will be out on September 8th.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
All right, and then finally, Paul McCartney, his photographs from 1963 to 64 will be an exhibit at the Chrysler Museum of Art in Norfolk, Virginia.
These ones I took?
Yes, beginning November 5th. So it's headed to the United States. The exhibit will stay open through April of next year, so it's going to be around for a while. Eyes of the Storm is a collection of more than 250 photographs captured by Paul using his own Pentax camera. The photos were taken between November 1963 and February 1964, illuminating the period in which the Beatles became international superstars.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty early stuff. I would like to see that.
The early days.
Paul commented saying, looking at these photos now, decades after they were taken, I find there's a sort of innocence about them. Everything was new to us at this point.
Have you seen any of the photos?
I've seen a few of them, yeah. And while they look
terrible. Say it! I'm a horrible photographer. Why don't you just say it? You feel like you're going to protect me because I'm Paul McCartney. I'm one of your idols. But just be honest.
No.
They're terrible. It looks like a monkey took them.
I wouldn't say that, Paul.
Right.
No. They look a lot like photos of the Beatles you've seen before, but I haven't seen them all. What I find interesting are the ones that are more intimate, more way behind the scenes of them.
Me tongue out.
Just
like Bert Kreischer.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
You got your wacky
I got
doodle.
my wacky doodle, my whipsy diddly doodly stick. Pointing towards Liverpool.
Always.
Always.
The photographs were rediscovered. Your popsy poopy.
Maybe we whipsy dipsy diddly damn.
Yeah, the photographs
My bob stopper.
were rediscovered in McCartney's
My
first.
women Jimmy.
Or your what?
My women Jimmy.
Wimmer Jimmer. All
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
In Paul's personal archive in 2020 and documents the band on their travels leading up to their first triumphant trip to America.
The sea Ringo.
Your sea Ringo.
He's done a bunch of press. He did a show with Stanley Tucci, which was really cool. And then sat down with Conan for like an hour and told really good stories.
God almighty.
I know.
Would love to talk to him.
Yeah, and you know, you did once.
I did, and it was amazing. But I would have such a different mindset now, given the opportunity to talk to him again, because I was terrified.
You seriously want me to fart in that mason jar?
Yeah.
You do it, Paul.
You've heard about that?
We're giving away tickets to
I
the
heard
mixed
about
martial
it.
arts.
Yeah. 6 jars of farts for 6 martial arts.
Yeah.
It bums me out that we know a guy that knows him, and we're close. We haven't been able to do it.
We were poised to have a pretty good shot at this individual who rhymes with Michael Giacchino. God, that was fleshing out to be so many wonderful aspects.
Yeah.
If we and Michael's so fantastic, and his schedule is so jammed up now. But if that does arise again, what we were planning and the people we were going to be in proximity to, it was just legendary.
Yeah.
But a certain pandemic.
Yeah. Kept it from happening.
Yeah.
But I wonder how Michael's doing. We should
we'll reach out to him.
catch up with him sometime.
I think
It's been a while.
is he working currently on them?
He's always working.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Steve. The Ant movie.
The Ant movie. And
Them.
he's also was music coordinator for the Muppet series.
Wow. Yeah, busy man, constantly in demand. All right, and there you go. Last story, music news. We need to take a break. We need to come back in a moment and get you your letter of the day for the Word of the Week prize. And we'll give away our Tattoos Day prize as well. Stay there. We'll be back in a moment.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
The onus is on you to just be a little bit more,
Tender?
Yeah, I know. Listen,
tender. Because you're genuinely a nice, gentle guy, and I think you can rock a kiss.
And in this social climate that we live in today, I'm looking. It looked like the mannequin didn't want that kiss. You know what I mean?
I was reading it completely.
You were
Look
reading
at
it
the
differently?
mannequin's eyes are completely closed, and in fact, they're sealed over with the fleshy layer of skin.
By the way, and also another suggestion as well is eyes closed.
Yes.
It helps. It just helps with the moment.
Yeah, at that moment, just get lost in the kiss.
Hang on. You have to go in with your eyes open, but the second your lips touch the other lips, then you softly close your eyes. Otherwise, you're going to headbutt your partner.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't have to get up on the turnbuckle and jump on them.
Yeah.
When you're close enough and you know your lips are going to touch, that's when you can close.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go one more time.
One more time, Brandon, if you wouldn't mind, please.
All right,
Eyes closed, lean in. Nice. Better.
Nice.
I'm glad we did that.
Yeah.
Damn good.
Well done. Okay, and we're getting this wonderful romantic music from Josh and Haley here. Okay, so I think we're set with the practice. We've got that out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Now we
Both
need
our
to.
CPR dummies just secured lawyers, Preston.
Oh, dear Lord. All right. Well, now we need to freshen. Now we need to make sure that we're ready.
Right.
So we have a variety of oral products here to make sure that the mouth is fresh.
Yes.
And set and pleasant for everyone.
For the person, and this is good advice for anyone this weekend or today, and in general, when you're with someone, you want to make sure that they know that you cared enough to make sure your breath is fresh.
Yeah. So we're going to start with a little antiseptic generic CVS mouthwash here.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
only the good stuff.
Smells lovely. I'm going to give you guys.
It's just as good as Listerine. It's the same ingredients.
It absolutely is.
You're just not paying the same, you know?
So open that up, and we're going to have you gargle. If you can, make the noise when you gargle,
Like
so we want to
Chewbacca.
hear all that. By the way, I was always a Scope guy. I always thought I liked that minty flavor of Scope.
I wanted basically, and I was for the longest time until for Listerine, you just get the sensation that you're boraxing out your mouth.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like it's better. All right, gargle.
Very good. So, Sophia almost swallowed it when Casey played the Chewbacca bit. All right. Brandon? Gargle, please. You spit in that.
I started laughing when I heard Chewbacca.
Did you swallow it?
No, I spit it out.
All right. All right, and do you think they need breath mints, or is that good?
Would you guys like a breath mint, or you're fine? I think if you're good, you're good.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Are we ready for the?
I think we're ready. Yes, and you know what?
By the way, webcam's on, so if you're listening in at home, you can watch this too.
Oh, we've got this romantic music. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. Okay, so the first one of these two that's going to get their kiss is going to be Sophia. So we're going to bring in our first professional kisser this morning. He's a very good friend of the Preston and Steve show. He's a good-looking guy.
He is a very good-looking
He's
guy.
had many kisses in his time. Our good friend Kyle McCarty is here this morning.
Handsome.
So, Brandon, we're going to have you step away from the microphone a little bit, and we're going to have Kyle step up. And Kyle's a professional singer. He's an amazing videographer and editor as well, and also does a fantastic podcast. What's the name of that show, by the way?
The podcast is called the Tri-Jam Podcast.
And he's a great host and he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Beautiful eyes.
He's got gorgeous eyes.
Thank you so much.
Well groomed, his head shaved.
And
I approve of that.
And he's the guy, just to remind you, I know you probably already know this, but he gave us Kathy's fall activities. He does the jingles. He does the Delco jingle, has sung with the Temptations.
I have.
Yeah, he's amazing. So you're getting a really
thank you.
quality guy here,
Nice.
Sophia.
Okay.
He's building this up a lot.
I want to. So, do you remember your first kiss?
I do.
And was it a pleasant experience, a memorable experience?
Yes, it's actually, I don't know, it's kind of a hefty story. I got to bridge it if you actually want to hear it.
Sure.
I was actually 19 years old, so kind of a little late bloomer for myself.
Sophie, and listen to this. So here's a guy, again, like as with you, a very good-looking guy, but 19 years old. Okay.
I kind of grew into myself as I progressed through my teenage years.
So you had a lot of hanging foreskin and stuff.
Yes, yes.
Grew into it.
Yeah, I kind of snipped that off and got it.
Okay,
so I had actually met someone online. I was living in New Jersey at the time, and she lived in Washington State.
Wow.
Whoa.
So I wanted to go meet her. I wanted to go. We've been talking for months. So I'm an artist too. I drew a couple of cartoons, sold it to my cousin's auto decal company. So he was making like decals, and he paid me enough money so I could buy a plane ticket. And I went out to Washington State, and that's where I met her. And I had my first kiss.
So there was a connection.
Yeah.
There was something that said I need to go see. And,
yes.
And did that blossom into a relationship? Was it or was it just a kiss? And
it blossomed into a very short week-long relationship. And,
okay.
Yeah, she kind of cheated on me the day after I left Washington State.
Well, let me ask you this: was at least the initial kiss well worth the trip?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all you want.
She put a pillow over my face. I didn't even see it.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
It was nice.
Well, listen, part of the leading up to this is the anticipation, and certainly we've teased you with enough of that. We've been doing 30 minutes about talking, kissing, and now it's time to actually kiss.
Let's get to kiss it.
So, did you hear us talking about the type of kiss we want to go for in this first run?
Yes, a little bit.
A screen kiss, a tender lip kiss.
A tender lip kiss.
And then we'll see how that goes, and maybe we'll go for an open mouth kiss.
An open mouth kiss?
Yes.
It can be of some duration. Do you need some Listerine? Are you good?
You know what? Where's that Listerine?
It's right, well, it was right here. Listerine!
Who drank it?
We need some.
All right. Just because it's only proper that both parties be hygienic.
This is true.
Yes.
Okay, and I know you were gargling liver back there.
I was.
And he's actually, Kyle's very generous.
He's also, yes, he is.
So he wants to make sure that he gives as well as gets.
Yes. All right.
So he's.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Okay.
That was aesthetically pleasing, I'm sure.
He did it over the actual gargle. Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
well, let's have this moment. We're going to bring the music down, and
Do
we're
we
going to
want
have.
the lights down as well, or would that be bad for video?
It might be bad for video.
Okay,
I don't know, Kyle. You're the video guy.
I mean, I'm sure Nick Murphy would rather have the lights on.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, he's
nodding
shaking his
yes.
head.
Yeah, because he likes to watch.
Okay. Sophia, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's do this. Here it comes. All right. They're leaning in. Oh, that was nice.
That's sweet.
Very sweet. Sophia, come over here. How did that feel?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Did it feel anything like you thought it would?
Vaguely, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Not really
All
sure
right.
what I expected.
So you got the first one out of the
Yeah.
way, and I'm going to ask this. And how did you feel? Was it you're a kissing machine now? So,
Thanks, yeah.
So how did it feel to you?
It felt nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she
A
has nice lips.
Very good.
Encouraging, Sophie.
Sophie, what about the stubble of the mustache and beard and stuff?
Did you feel that?
No, you don't really notice it too much.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Sophie, do you want to try a little bit more passionate kiss on this second one?
Why not?
Okay.
All right, let's go for a couple of seconds here, and then that can go into 1 hour. No, go for a couple.
Kyle, jam your tongue down. All right. Don't do that.
All right.
A nice, tender, open mouth kiss. Now this is going to feel totally different.
Okay.
And you just want your tongues to play a little.
Don't even think of us here.
Yeah.
Get lost in that they don't think of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening.
Right.
You just have your tongues do a little dance. It's nice and light and easy. You don't want to like that. Just nice movements.
I
Sorry.
would
Did I get you turned on, Kyle?
Yeah, that's so hot.
I would say you have to follow what Kyle is going to do.
Yes, exactly. Remember, this lunatic flew to Washington for a kiss. All right.
All right, let's try this. This is the real. And guys, have Kiss ready to go after this.
All right.
From
we're not even here. We're going to be absolutely quiet
right here. Debuted first place anywhere on the Preston and Steve Show. It's Strike Gold.
It's so cool.
Mark and Poe, yeah. 10:33 in the Preston and Steve Show. We are getting ready to wrap up today's program. We had one guest who stopped by, sort of last second. It was Mallory Valvano from Party Girls Bake Club. She's the one that makes these unbelievable cakes.
They're unbelievable. They're gorgeous. I mean, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, and oh my God, it tasted so good.
Unbelievable. You know that old style type of buttercream cake that was, predated the fondant explosion, and that's what she does. It's amazing.
She brought in a special cake for us, which was wonderful. And you can check out our Instagram at Party Girl Bake Club if you would like to do that very thing. Real quick, before we move on, I went down and I bought my lottery tickets.
Okay, so what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Man, Mrs. Joe gave me the double
Hey!
I know she didn't come up with any gifts.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I was busy.
Yeah.
I brought you an intern.
I know. You guys brought me all kinds of good stuff.
But we should send Pierre down too at some point if he has time in his.
Do you
shifts.
play lottery at all? You buy lottery tickets?
Yes,
Okay.
regularly.
Do you buy them from the Chos?
I in fact won, and I'm buying the station.
nice.
Yeah.
So
everybody gets massive raises.
That's great. When you go down, I don't know if you're able to hear, but I didn't get the good luck, but I got a very nice response from Mrs. Cho's.
Mrs. Cho she'll print the ticket, and then she always does this every time. And I told Casey about it. She'll go, she'll pat it like this and go, good luck or something. And Casey's like, she never does it for me. And we did an on-air test of that
I know.
today.
I heard the whole thing.
Yeah.
I heard the whole thing.
I have a question.
I love that Steve went on the air.
Yeah.
Actually, left the post, went down, did the thing. She didn't pat it.
Nope. Nick, when you bought your ticket,
yes,
how many tickets did you buy?
Just one.
Okay. I thought maybe because I'm only spending $2 at a time, maybe she was like,
Wait a
you
second.
cheap bastard.
How much did you spend?
$40.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, no, this time just now. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I bought 2 different
So
tickets.
that's a
$20
wide
each, yeah.
range. I spent just $2. She was very sweet, and I said, I remember what she said. You have the smell of Casey on you.
Oh, no.
Oh,
my God.
But I always get the love from Mrs. Cho.
Kathy got it too.
I mean, this little odd store is in our basement, essentially. There's a basement floor. There's not an office. Well, there's, I guess, a few businesses down there, but there's a conference room. And
the Cho's Amphitheater.
There's no windows for
there's
sure.
not a window to be found. And Mrs. Cho, she's fascinating. And there was a Mr. Cho. I haven't seen him lately. I
Never
hope
thought
he's
we were
still with
talking
us.
about that. We don't know. Yeah. And my
I-
eye always goes to something interesting in there and something I noticed today when I just went down there. They sell rolling papers.
Come
What?
on.
Behind the counter. Top rolling papers. I kid you not. I
You
almost
want
bought
to
some.
spock up, DJ?
Yeah.
I got to go get some, man. Dude, I got to chop up some, cut the stems and seeds or something. I don't know.
No, you're right.
What was that? Was it Cheech and Chong, no stems, no seeds?
Right.
We don't need Acapulco Gold is badass weed.
Yeah.
That was a Cheech and Chong bit. Back in the days when your pot had stems and seeds, which it doesn't, I guess, anymore. But the last time I bought an ounce, it was like $20. So I'm dating myself.
I always think of you when we talk about, and this subject will come up about the new strains of pot, and obviously it's been legalized for recreational in some areas and so on and so forth, and the way they're doing it hydroponically and enhancing its effect, and the way you talk about what it used to be and its potency level now being just off the charts.
I mean, it's crippling to the degree that it's just like, it's too much work for something that's supposed to be fun. And you take 3 hits and I'm sucking my thumb in the fetal position, crying out for my mama and seeing psychedelic colors. It's way too intense for me at this point.
But you were right. The step one was de-seed and de-stem.
And you could use
do.
double albums for that. Or
Totally.
A gatefold album.
Gatefold album, yep.
Where you could put the thing out and it could help separate those seeds. Now, when we'd be desperate, we would smoke the seeds.
Sure. Why not? We've got to do something, right?
Yeah, well, it didn't do much.
I didn't do it. Give me a headache. Yep.
And one time we were up at the Russian River, way north of San Francisco, at a friend of mine's cabin. And we had heard about smoking banana peels.
Oh,
that
man.
was the legendary thing. I think George Carlin did a bit about that.
We dutifully got a cookie pan and put a bunch of banana peels on it and baked it at 350 for 45 minutes to an hour, and it made some attempt to smoke it and got massive headaches and almost violently ill. Don't do it.
Ours was catnip.
Really?
Yes,
As well? No.
Absolutely.
I remember
And
that.
I remember smoking that stuff. Didn't do a damn thing, man.
Yeah, stay away. Stay away. Stay away.
Did you smoke that weed that David Lee Roth offered up at your
my God,
anniversary
no.
party? I did.
You did?
Yeah. Do you remember what he said?
He said, take a hit of this, it'll send you to the spirit world. No, take a hit of this, this will send you to the spirit world, Kimosabi.
Yeah.
David Lee Roth. Well, as he walked on stage to do my show at the my 20th anniversary concert at the Spectrum, he had a bottle of Jack in one hand, and this guy, as he's walking up the stage, this guy yells out from behind the stage, "Dave!" And I went to greet him, and he goes, "That's my agent." And we walked on stage, and I introduced him, and then afterwards, he never was without. He had this day glow yellow jumpsuit on. He was never without a gargantuan spliff that was very aromatic.
Yeah.
Wow.
No doubt.
He actually didn't offer it to me. Did he offer it to you?
Yeah, I mean, it sent you to the spirit world. He wasn't kidding. It was potent stuff.
You remember he got nailed purchasing ganj in Central Park, I think it was.
Yes.
When they did that sort of stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So these are our pot tales.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Wow.
We've got more, but we'll save them.
All right. How about we offer up a letter to the spirit world, Kimosabi?
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
All right. The Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by the letter
E is in Earth.
All right. And we got 2 letters, 3 more to go. We are going to give away a pair of Terrace Club tickets for the Pocono 400 this Sunday, July 23rd. And that is, of course, at Pocono Raceway. Tickets include a shaded seat for the race, pit paddock passes to get up
Paddock passes.
close to the cars and the pit and area and pre-race, And food and beverage, NASCAR weekend at Pocono Raceway, July 21st to the 23rd. Tickets at PoconoRaceway.com. So we'll give that away on Friday. What's up today, sir?
Well, on this program, we will have tickets for Jelly Roll once again, and the Jelly Rolls coming to Tidal Wave. Also, we've got workforce blocks of A7X. They'll be in this evening. We've got Rush. We've got The Offspring and the workforce blocks.
Heard the magic word in there.
I know you did. What do you want to hear?
Oh, let me think about that.
All right,
I'll
think
come up
on
with something
that.
for you.
Okay.
All right, we need to, I forgot it's Tattoo Tuesday. We need to give away that. Yep. The prize. And we are going to give away a $350 gift certificate to Joe Corrado, who is from Ben Salem. And he just got a $350 gift certificate, Floating World Tattoo and Piercing. And you can find them at 1729 South Street in Philadelphia. You want to check out their samples, visit floatingworldtattoos.com or check them out on Instagram at Floating World Tattoos. I'll take this moment to thank the fine sponsors of the Preston and Steve Show. Today's program has been brought to you by Duncan. Preston and Steve Show runs on Duncan. Also brought to you by Wilmington University. Their student-focused support works to keep you on track and on budget. Get to know the university that works for you. Visit wilm.edu today. Tomorrow on our program on Wednesday, so a couple of things. Fox Good Day, secret text word. But we also might potentially have a $1 billion giveaway. tomorrow.
Yes.
We're working on
pull
something.
some strings.
So you'll have to tune in for that. That's it. We're done. Rage on. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, friend. Bye-bye.